Okay, so here I'll do sort of a pseudo finale for this series just because I don't know what the context of it was going to be, like how long I planned for it to go on, but man, I hate when it spams you with stuff like this. It's like such a mobile game sort of design philosophy, but um yeah, we'll go until we lose a game in both. So we're at the tier 1 with the online quick match because that is I think I always call it that, but it's actually like play now online, but I lost to the tier 2 team, and I will go to a tier 1 team, whatever that one is, I think after the Cavs. So that whatever that next team is, we'll do that until we lose, and we'll do these two until we lose. We'll get 2 shots with this because we have the one auction house team and the other one that's non-auction house, the I guess the free agent one, which those might run out pretty soon anyway. So yeah, we had a lot of different formats. It's a cool thing to do, but it feels like it could go on forever, so I don't really know what the context of it is going to be. 92 agility, who could it be? I still don't even know who it is. John Barry. Now, when was he ever a 96? Wait, who even is that, though? Is that one of his other kids? I know Brent Barry. I didn't even know. Dynamic duo. I mean, they're obviously overrating him a lot. Like, he was never that good. But if you look at it from a year-to-year sense, like, who has been a 96 typically in a 2K, you know, normally? Like, because not everybody's 99 every year, even the best players. So 96 is like an MVP candidate every year. When was that guy ever at MVP in the discussion or whatever? And, you know, I forgot that he even had another son there. Right, John Barry, Rick Barry. It's supposed to be Brent Barry is the one that we actually know. So yeah, we get 2 lives here, 1 with each team, and then 1 life with the with online quick match for now. I mean, I can always come back to it, but the next version is about to come out, whatever, in a couple of months. So we'll try some other things on here. Let's try to if we lose, of course. Yeah, we have even the salary cap mode I don't even like. I'm just kind of cutting out modes. We'll just do this, and we'll just do it for those 2. The problem being that we only have one other we only have a few games probably left with the free agent one. So we'll see which of these 2 does better in this final showdown. Right, again, the main difference is you just have Wade and Shaq in one, who are from the auction house. The other one's not allowed to use that, but they have Jokic and Durant as the 2 free agents. So once those run out, then it would be very difficult anyway, because I don't know how to get more. If I got them from the auction house, that would be sort of a contradiction too, because I'm saying that team shouldn't be allowed to use the auction house. Yeah, this one, we get the 2 teams in MyTeam, and then we get the tier 1 team, whatever the next one is, in the quick match. So we had 2 pretty stupid games back to back in the online quick match where I'm playing as the I'm playing as the tier 3 team, and we lose to the Harden scoring every single point, right, the Clippers, and then we lose to Wemby just being a god and unguardable. But I kind of like that one stretch I went on as soon as Wemby went out, right? Then we started to come back and actually cook him. So it shows you what an insane impact he has, and somewhat the deficiencies of the team, maybe the fact that they rely on him too much. I do feel like some of these players become a bit overrated, like in 2K, where yes, he's good, but that is a little bit overkill. I guess it's just gonna bug out and waste my time. That's fine. But yeah, they're not too distinct yet, these teams, but I will try to do this. Yeah, well, I'll look at some of the other stuff on here, and maybe I'll do like a Permadeath first playthrough of some of the stuff on PS Plus or whatever over the years, or just other things I have. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. And I could always come back to this. It doesn't mean I'm done with it for good, but I think we've had a pretty substantial series with it, pretty long compared to what I was expecting. It's just kind of hard to give a series like this context because it's like you could just keep doing it forever. It's kind of endlessly repeatable. You know, you can't really beat it, or you could get to a certain tier, I guess, but maybe complete like a certain team. Like I already have 2 of the Heat players. Maybe I should complete the real life 2006 Heat or some other like all-time Heat. This is unfortunate. I'm not sure why it's so difficult to find a match. Maybe it's because it's early morning, and I typically don't do it at this time. But yeah, we'll do this, and then I'll see some other shit that we have on here. I don't have too much actually that I bought on here. Right, I just kind of got it, and then I got a couple things maybe to just mess around and test it out. You know, obviously when I got the PS5, but I never really bought much on here, so most of it would just be the PS Plus shit. Right, that you've gotten for free over time, which even that I didn't always take advantage of. I didn't always do it every month. He has Yao and Irving, which again, it's always dumb the way they show some of those because I assume he's 100, but it doesn't even show a rating, or he's better than 100 then. 14 to 64. Doesn't show you the wins to loss ratio, though. Maybe he's lost more than that. He has that cheese play that he could have gone with Yao. Oh, is he going to be shooting threes too? The red makes him seem like he's just a Ruby player, like he's not even anything special. So Irving is also crazy, which, you know, some people think Irving is like underrated in real life, but it's part of the same thing with Rick Barry that you he didn't play in the that I can kind of understand, but sometimes he's been blowing those layups where it's just not why did he do that? Sometimes the bigs won't just keep going though. That's the problem. A lot of the steals I get aren't even, they could be credit to my positioning, but they're not credit to my, like, what is this matchup even? Why they restrict your matchups, like, oh, you can't play, you know, certain players can only play certain positions, but it's like, that's not even me. That's just the AI deciding we're not going to guard the paint. We just don't care. Like, I was just stunned. I could not even do anything. He goes out to the 3. I mean, there's just something brain dead about these. Just stand there. Just stand there. What are you gonna pop it or some shit? Like fucking. I mean, that's utterly ridiculous, but okay. Yeah, trying to disrupt the fast break. Even the commentators fucking are brain dead. But no, the point is that they restrict your positions, but now they're letting Irving play the point guard, which makes no sense. Like, I have to bring Hal. Like, how does this work, man? It's not even the match. I just want to fucking. Wait, Wade's just farming steals though. All right, fine. I mean, this is so messy, dude. So ugly. Look at how you can recover and just keep jumping like a fucking bunny. You shouldn't be able to do that. There should be some commitment to. There should be some commitment to that where you. Look at this. He scored 2 in like the whole first quarter. Fucking. But no, I don't mind these teams with like a couple great players. It's when they have like 5. You know, we were seeing that in the salary cap mode. Ironically, is better. We're seeing better teams in that than this, just because they were at a lower tier in this, I guess. But like they have like 5 99s or something crazy like what we saw, and I think I even beat that one too. But oh my god, oh my god, why is it showing a nugget symbol when he's doing that?
Now here's Wade, kicks it out to Jones. Outside, Fox.
Like, why is this guy even at the 3 though? I don't understand why.
Outside, Jones. Seattle needs to get off a shot.
Yeah, fade back to the 3. Like what? At least it should acknowledge their own ratings. Like some players might want to do that if you can actually shoot, but yeah, some of these matchups are just busted too. It's not even how good his players are, it's just the size thing. Like, why is this guy even, you know, the matchups are just dumb.
Now here's Wade. Here's Wang. Rebound, Julius Irving.
Yeah, over the course of a game, the raw, like, just rating is gonna save you.
A nice shot by
Right, like the fact that, oh, he's just better statistically with players. Although overall his team might not be that much better, depending on his bench. He hasn't shown much willingness to shoot. He hasn't shown that he's able to do that.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Wade. Over to the left wing. And there's the call on that.
Yeah, I like these sort of slower pace defensive style games. Is this more suited to me?
To the middle. Here's Shaq. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul.
Over the back before the shot was even determined whether it was going to go in or not. The me bound effect. I bet Angel Reese gets a lot of those over the back fouls. Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, the bigs just don't help ever. It's just not a thing that's designed into this. You'd have to change some setting, which I'm too lazy to do or I don't like to do.
At the end of the first.
I love this message. 2,000 was deposited into your Cash App in my fucking Twitch chat.
Going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver's doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Oh no, we get the Nightmare Wemby. Now Fox was wide open, and it just doesn't register what I'm trying to do. It should icon pass, which I also try not to do.
Takes it inside. Here's Wembanyama.
Wow, it's amazing that he actually missed both of those. The Shaq can't seem to do anything because he's too stupid to.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. And it's sent back by Irving.
Yeah, it's just like the sheer size of who he has sometimes. Nothing you can do.
Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
You can take that, I don't even care.
Now here's Gafford.
He's going to shoot a 3 with Irving, who definitely was not a 3-point shooter. At least like Rick Barry didn't really play with the line too much. He's turned it over a lot though. Because, you know, he wasn't much of a shooter anyway, but he could hit the mid-range at times. He's not going to be hitting 3s, but with some of these older players, they give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, Jerry West presumably could have hit. You know, Pete Maravich definitely could have hit. Rick Barry could have hit, but most guys would not have been doing that. Okay. I mean, again, it's just my unwillingness to change that matchup. There's nothing you can do with that.
As his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
Here's DeRozan after Julius Irving's basket.
The Shaq can't do anything because he's got these very, very annoying bigs.
Pass to Curry. Pocket 6.
It's actually very impressive that he's able to do that. You just got to assume that the big is not going to commit fully because that's what they never do with me either. Yeah, I have to sit on him. I can't.
Here's Irving.
He's turning it over a lot though. That maybe Irving's handling isn't the highest rating here.
Outside O'Neal. Curry deciding where
He's turned it over like 10 times.
to the inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Mobley. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Irving.
But then he decides to lay it up. Like, is this even a good version of him or not? He seems so clumsy. He's turning it over a lot. He's just using him wrong, I guess. Sometimes the versions though aren't really fair. Like Rick Barry's is kind of a little slow in some of them.
151 left in the first first half.
I remember having him in a previous 2K. It's like
Here's Wang.
he doesn't really fear the jump shot much, though.
Back to Mobley. Yao with the block.
The animation goes like the other way, which I just don't get. And at least that I can live with if he's gonna shoot that. Wait, that was a 3?
That shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you. Great shot there.
It's always hard to know when they're gonna go up for that dunk animation over somebody.
Bounce to the outs. Great.
It's like a size thing, but they don't always do it.
Now Irving.
You're gonna pop it, you gotta pop it right away like that. Gotta always sit on the big and bring Howell.
From the corner. And Denver again with the
Oh, now he's all of a sudden starting to hit jump shots.
Something drawn up by the coaching staff.
and it's sent back by Irving.
Okay.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Oh, like the matchup of the Chinese Giants? Wow. Although this guy, I don't even know who this guy is. There's that other guy too, like Yi Jian Lian or something his name is, who also wasn't necessarily very good. He played for like the Nets at one point, I think.
First foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Yao. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes it
Yeah, I like how some of those things are perceived differently. Like, oh, Wilt Chamberlain had a height advantage, so therefore he's better, or that's why he was good. But
Wade with the jam.
Yao had a bigger height advantage. He didn't do the same thing. You know, rule changes weren't that, you know, it wasn't that big of an impact, or
One misses for Wade.
people sort of misunderstand that a bit, how much it actually changed. But it's like,
Outside, Scott.
you know, why didn't George Marasan do that? Why didn't somebody else do that?
Now with the ball. And he got that one
I mean, that's okay. They'll sometimes make those because their ratings are all jacked out.
first 2 quarters as we reach after
So the first quarter started off really good, slowing him down a lot, but
go away. After the break, we'll
some of this drags out a bit. Or again, when they start hitting perfect release jump shots, then I'm screwed.
tight bet. We'll soon find out
And
what
this matchup with Curry is so stupid too.
the half. Pass to O'Neal.
That's the problem though. They don't move. Like, he's not moving.
It's not going to go for him.
I mean, those should go sometimes though. Still, it's like,
Launches it.
I mean, if you make that, I have to live with it. I can't even be bothered.
5-5. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Here's Irving. Denver keeps
Some of these animations are so weird. Like, even ones that are benefiting me, it seems like something should go, and then they just don't.
good by Achua. Achua's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
Oh, good work by Yao, spotting the open man.
They always want to go out.
A big part.
Why did the bigs always want to go outside?
It's tipped. Pass to Curry. Yao with the block.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't do any. That's kind of one valuable thing to do. Just have somebody who's like,
And the basket is good.
just, you know, really tall, and they'll just be impossible to score on, even if they're not that good, even if, you know, they can just stand there. It just makes it impossible, especially for somebody like me who doesn't like to hit. Like, there's no disadvantage of it most of the time, of just somebody who's really tall. Yeah, this matchup was kind of dumb at the point.
Pass to Shaq. Here's Wang.
Yeah, this should be some sort of an advantage because,
Plays it up and banks it in.
um,
Wang's
you know, he doesn't have two bigs at the same time who can match up with that.
Score, it
But he's like bootleg Yao Ming in a way.
for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
now. Here's Achua.
You got to live with it. I mean, I can't see how I can do that.
Achua's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His release is just so fast. Like, it's faster on his jump shot than it is on his free throw.
Wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains.
I did make that one clutch 3 like the last game. One of the last ones that we played.
With Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive.
He's gonna shoot it.
Get to this age,
Or he's gonna fucking drive on me.
accomplishing all the things that Steph has done.
See, a lot of the time that isn't called a foul. That's just called out of bounds.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Got a piece of it.
You got like a crazy number of steals early too.
In. So the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. And it's
I mean, he was right there, but he wouldn't contest her. It's kind of my fault.
by 10. Wade feeling it out a bit. There's the pick. Pass to Wang. O'Neal with it.
These bigs are just dumb.
Good, and there's
That's kind of a shot clock cheese CPU type of move, but
And how about O'Neal sending passes over to his
you just gotta sometimes let the animation do its thing.
here's Yao.
Yeah, I mean that's okay, dude. You can have it. You can like Yao couldn't do that. That's the thing. He could not do that.
production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious.
These bigs are just so stupid though.
Percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And it's blocked. What a play.
Like Shaq should just keep going, or I'll just try to do it on Wade.
Jones.
Or that's not even Wade. That's Jones.
It's great to see Jones finish
But yeah, some of the shit he's been doing is just dumb.
at the rim.
He'll hit a 3 here apparently. He's driving like a guard.
Finished off by
Yeah, this mode is kind of trash actually.
Him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is
It's not even about, again, the quality of the team or the players. He can have the best team ever. But even that would feel more sim-like because it'd be,
Wang.
you know, they'd have strengths and weaknesses and their movement wouldn't be so fantastical.
Drives in. Rebound by
The way they move is just not good. But what kind of shuts me down is just these really big bigs.
game clock.
Where, yeah, Irving is like a turnover machine though.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
He was, if I look at the stats, he probably turned it over like 7 times. A lot of them early too.
Third quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, the size advantage is just way too big of a deal.
just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
That one started off in my favor, and then he just kind of started making cheese, unrealistic, nonsense kind of moves and shots, which, again, you might think, oh, you know, you could have a team like that too, but I don't even enjoy the prospect of that. It has to feel somewhat sim-like for it to actually be good.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
But you just want them to feel like some real version of who they were, and this, we've had some crazy comebacks in the past, but especially with this turnover type tendency.
For 3. It's coming in.
Again, none of these guys are really 3-point shooters that he has.
Denver foul. Julius Irving.
He's a foul machine and a turnover machine. Fucking Irving here.
Denver on D. This is the most
He would have been open to go straight, and he's still open to go straight, but they always want to fade out to the 3 for some stupid ass reason.
He isn't just a lights out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Denver calls timeout. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, guys. Billy Cunningham had some words for his team during the break. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was
Oh, he could have
smiling
just
when he told the team, "We're up."
Waited because I jumped at nothing.
Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Scott can't get it to go.
All right, we got to do some fast break cheese here.
The ball, bringing it up for Seattle. They trail by 11. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. It's tipped. Here's Mobley.
But yeah, Shaq was kind of useless in some. Like when he's good, he's really good, and when he's not, he just clowns it up. Like you know, when you have like some really dominant bigs on the other side, or not even dominant, but just bigs on the other side.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. A free ball. Buries it from three-point range.
Okay, so that's fine. I can accept this. So this will be the last one with this team. Then we have the other. This mode is always such a sad thing because you want to enjoy it. You like the whole fantasy of being able to mix up the rosters, but it just doesn't feel sim-like at all. It always feels so bad. But even if you were taking advantage of that too, I don't want to be shooting threes on Yao or something, you know, Irving and stupid stuff like this. Right? I don't want it to be like that. That I can always accept. I mean, he could somewhat do that. That always used to be the thing. Like everybody could shoot the mid-range. Now it's that everybody can shoot the three. You know, a lot of older bigs that people don't realize, even like Wilt, could shoot the mid-range. They just don't think of it that way because he was bad at free throws, but...
Wade outside. Back to Mobley. They get it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting.
Yeah, the pace of this was a little bit too weird. After the first, it really favored him a lot. I could do the final 2 here, which would again be I mean, some of those you just can't, even if I was up on that, like you really can't guard a shot like that. If you're hitting these perfect releases, sometimes it's too much.
Here's Wade. Inside, he gets the jumper to fall.
I mean, it's just fun.
43 versus 56%, but he's hit a lot of threes as well, or at least a few. It's interesting how my style is so opposed to that too. I'm willing to give up threes because I don't think people will make them, and I'm willing to not shoot any because I don't trust them either. But that's just not how the current game is. He's just trolling at this point. Like, it's so stupid.
Got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Denver. The shot's good.
That was a pretty impressive drive that he was able to do that.
That pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
I mean, again, just the law of averages of some of these players he has, it's going to eventually win you the game because they're not,
Gets a hand on it, and it's Wade.
you know, they can just do everything, even if in real life they couldn't do everything. You just keep going, keep going.
Neal on the wing.
Takes him like an hour to do this shit.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
15 points a game on 61%, which is very impressive considering these games are lower scoring than all that.
From long range.
As if, you know, some of these you just contest for the cosmetic of it. When somebody's that much taller, is the contest really even doing anything?
Been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot, defense is...
But yeah, I hate some of the unsim-like thing, and that's unsportsmanlike. But yeah, we'd look at the tier 1 team, whatever the next one is.
His guys
And
the ball, and boy, is he rewarding.
Outside Curry.
that was impressive. Let's look at the rating of some of these players because it's going to be not accurate to life, obviously. You have, you know, Yao doing everything else I don't mind, but his 3-point is a 97. Like, why? Why is it a 97? Why? Even mid-range he could sort of hit a little bit, but it shouldn't be that high. Those are the things I question. You can have a great version of somebody, but it should feel somewhat like them. So that would be the one, and then the other one would be this. But I almost want to do the other mode now. So we'd have like one more life for that, assuming, you know, that we lost. So let's just see what it was even supposed to be here. It'll be the tier 1. Or I should double check. Or yeah, I definitely didn't play as the Celtics. Now is Tatum gonna be not injured, because that's how this thing kind of works. Oh, he's 0 and 6 too. But even if you quit out now, it still counts as a loss for them too. So you can't even do that. Maybe that's why they changed it. You choose the team after you're already queued in, and then if you leave, you lose. Whereas before, you would choose the team first and you could quit out without losing. Now you can no longer do that. Minnesota, which made a real big mistake. That could be a good take. Like, trading Carl Anthony Towns was a big mistake. And he's the one who helped to build up that franchise in obscurity, and the respect you give him after making the conference finals, finally, you know, making progress, is you take the guy who helped build you up in obscurity all those years. He was the one, he was the bedrock of the franchise. He allowed you to develop some of these younger players. Then you just pull the rug out and get rid of him right when you're finally making progress, and all the work he put in all those years in obscurity that he helped to build. Now you're going to turn your back on him? Like, what a horrible idea. When you were one series away from making the finals, you bust that up when he helped build that, all those years he suffered through, right? And so, and then you give all the glaze and all the credit to Anthony Edwards, but, you know, you wouldn't have been in that position without helping it build up. So I find that distasteful.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Holiday. Here's Porzingis. Goes back up. And he sinks.
Of course, Rudy Gobert, the overrated clown. Never mind that you're in an era where defense doesn't even matter as much, but it's no wonder he wouldn't be a winning type player.
Here's Dillingham. And he can't get that one.
Yeah, Porzingis is actually a lot better and scarier than people realize.
On offense.
Really, I don't like people using the Tatum injury as an excuse, like, oh, that's why they didn't win.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit.
That's why the Celtics didn't win, because Tatum got hurt, but they were already down 3-1 when he got hurt. So that had nothing to do with it. It's like similar to against the Heat. He gets injured in game 7, but they were already down 3-0 in that series. Like, oh, what the fuck? But no, yeah, that's a real betrayal. So Minnesota's not going to go anywhere. You had the foundation between those two to win a title within the next couple years. But instead, you decide to be a clown and
Back to Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I always love the animation. It's so easy. Like, you just get a mismatch and you just dunk it. But yeah, it was a very stupid trade, and you saw what he even did to the Knicks. Even though they lost, it was a good run for them. He had a big part to do with it.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys. Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And so it's Boston with it.
The hell is that?
Wolves getting their last shot to go. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. Good.
The weird shot as well.
Porzingis has got 6. You want to get him going as soon as possible.
Or they're actually very similar players. Carl Anthony Towns and Porzingis, their ability to shoot, preference to stay on the perimeter, decent defenders. I mean, they have some lapses, but
Here's Edwards.
what? Even as I'm saying decent defenders, he just stands there.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, and I always say those two are like my favorite two players, just based on the smoothness of sometimes how they score and their style of play, is Brown and Jaylen Brown and Devin Booker.
Here's Edwards.
And that prediction came very true. I said many years back, in fact, while playing an older 2K, like,
Pass to Dillingham.
if the Celtics ever win,
White with a steal.
this Tatum love affair is not going to be why. It'll be
And the shot is good on the assist.
that if the Celtics, I even have that as a clip
Tatum would often try to do
on like my third channel. It's like, if Tatum,
everybody involved.
or if the Celtics win, Tatum won't be their best player or the MVP. It'll be the dude. It'll be the dude, Jaylen Brown, obviously, which was true about the conference finals MVP and the finals. Not saying he was even way better, but just ultimately better. So yeah, we have that. That'll be the last one that we get for now. If we lose them, and then let's maybe just establish the final team here that we get the free agent one. And of course, if they run out, then I'm kind of screwed, but right, we'll do one here, so we'll get a taste of each one, then we can continue. Yeah, this is the kind of series that could just go on forever because it's so, you know, there's no real context to it. That's both the strength and the weakness of multiplayer stuff at times. You can do it over and over forever, get a lot of value out of it, but then you can also, it's not really sometimes a fulfilling thing or like having a clear end goal to it. Whoops.
Everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. We'll see Seattle as they play against Denver. Brian Anderson here with me tonight. Our analyst Richard Jefferson.
Oh shit! I almost ran out of time on that too. I think they did that specifically to combat the fact that people used to always make a play that would troll you, and then they would. Not is this the same shit again? They would do it to counter the fact that people would do that. They'll like make a play and then. Yeah, they'd make a play and then pause and unpause it really quickly, but you can't do that now because you only get 5 chances to do that, to pause it. What is this movement, dude? Who is this guy? Like, some of these movement patterns are so dumb. That shows you they're just jacking up the sliders on players where it doesn't belong. Like, the way that Bam moves, the 100 Bam. Like, nobody moves like that. It's like so alien, like. He's too fast for his size. He's too, you know, it's just not a real thing. He's mobile, don't get me wrong, but it's like just dumb sometimes.
Durant with it. Jokic in the post. Yeah, with a rebound.
It's very hard to score on which he was a good defender for real too, but it's just a bit overkill to actually have both of them.
With the ball for Seattle.
Why is he even able to stay with me there?
Passed away. Now here's Curry. Jokic the screen. Clock at 4. Off with the layup.
You got to make that when you get Shaq to clear out. Oh my god. Is it the same guy? Because he had, but it looks like his icon's different. You get that same stupid hawk sound and even the Nuggets icon. You're gonna get farmed by the same guy all day. But he didn't have Shaq on the other time. Not that I can't beat him, but it's just dumb. He had Irving as his other really good player. What is that by Jokic? Like, he's so slow. Okay, I give up. Or yeah, Shaq's gonna hit a 3 too. Look at how he's moving, man. That's just what I object to. Like, nobody moves like that.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Easy possessions like that.
No, that fast break cheese never fails, especially with Durant. For some reason, he's better at finishing in the paint and stuff like that than anything else. I can't even tell is this the same guy or not. I wasn't even paying attention to the name. It probably is. Or maybe this time early in the morning and stuff, nobody's actually playing this, at least at this rating, at this bronze whatever shit. Nothing you can do, man.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
From the right block, Durant. Rebounded by Denver.
I just can't do anything. This will be the last MyTeam game that we get for either a while or maybe this whole version, but It's nobody goes to the paint, man.
Back to Durant.
He's using some sort of CPU defense cheese too. Like nobody plays like this.
Doesn't go that time. Good.
The bigs just don't play like bigs. I don't know what to tell you.
Outside O'Neal.
Yeah, he's really driving on me. Like, what the fuck, man?
Back to O'Neal.
He didn't shoot a 3. Like, it almost went in. I don't know if his rating is jacked up too, but
3.5 minutes into this first
you know, keep going. He stops. Why does he stop like that? He successfully jumped at my fake,
left side.
and he gets punished by still being able to recover and grabbing it out of the air. Like, what is this shit? There should be a penalty for that a little more. Right, like he just recovers as if nothing happened.
14. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's Denver. They lead by 11. And back to the...
Okay, so this will be a fitting burial ground for Yao. Single-handedly ends my whole MyTeam run because these last two, and possibly the same guy too. There's really no way to counter this because he just keeps doing the same shit.
They played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude. They are playing for one another. And
Yeah, that's good for the me-bound effect too. If you get, you know, if you can recover so well, like on defense, you get pump faked, but you still recover and block it. You also, oh, you're gonna get cooked.
Here's Short. Out to the wing. Here's Yao.
You can also recover and get your own rebound that way.
5 on the shot clock. Yao, good.
And it's just not something that you can do, although I should use that wing GG guy more. I basically just given up, so we'll just do the MyTeam, or I mean the quick match stuff
After that shot.
until I lose, and that'll be at the tier 1. He keeps jumping and stuff, but it doesn't matter. See, like, could you have the presence of mind to do something? You've got the big out here chasing me, but my own big won't go and try to go in the paint. They'll just stand there, like.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Outside Durant. 6 to shoot.
That pause would have been good normally in a realistic sense, but maybe I waited even a second too long. But like, you get him to jump, you're doing it, but you still can't score. Just his aura alone stops you, or again, he recovers like it was nothing. So, and realistically, I always think with those taller players, you often don't even have to jump. Like if I was, you know, 7'5" like that, I would, you know, Wemby for example, don't even jump at anything ever. Just keep your hands straight up and just stand there, right? So you won't really foul, and you won't, like, what are you jumping at? Nobody's jumping that high that you should need to do that. You know, unless it's a center going up, maybe then. But if you're if it's a guard or somebody going up, yeah, let's let this guy bury my fucking thing, and it's okay. He's gonna drive by me. Like, I can't even.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor.
Yeah, what is with this event? I'm almost trolling, but let's just let it happen. Yeah, the Celtics will be our last lifeline, and then I'll look at some other shit on here that I have, again, either naturally have or PS Plus and stuff. Some of it feels bad though, because like, oh, I'd rather do it on PC, especially if it's,
Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
especially if it's something that, oh, I could do that on PC instead, and especially if it's something I've never really played much before. I wouldn't want to ruin my first experience with it by yeah, those are the versions that ruin the game, those cards that are like, you know, they're just not realistic at all. They're just stupid. You could say, oh, it's meant to be fantasy, but it's not, because the fantasy is like combining different players from different eras on the same team and making your own lineups and stuff, but not having versions that aren't even remotely sim-like.
Seattle pulls it in. Left side Durant to the paint. Here's Jokic.
weird shot animation regardless of outcome.
Here's O'Neal.
It's fine. Let's just let it play out. I don't care. I can't pause it for even a second, but no, I don't like to rage quit out. It's okay. It's sort of demoralizing at times, but you shouldn't really give up like that. But somewhat, some of these players are a cancer too. Wemby sort of feels like that too. Just his size is so cheese.
Seattle trails
On both sides, you just can't do anything with him.
They swipe it.
Almost feels like I'm trying to troll on purpose. Let him run up the score, but
Buries it from
I mean, I'm there, but that's like the Ray Allen on Tony Parker thing. Like, he recovered, he's right there, but it doesn't matter.
and there it is for him. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
So polished.
It almost makes me feel like a bot. Like, I'm just playing like nothing's happened. The fact that I play the same if I'm up by 21 or down by whatever.
And here's O'Neal.
What is this, man? I'm not questioning his strength there, but just his speed.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and
100 Shack, which to be fair, that was a card that actually did exist. Well, I mean, a real rating that existed. Not with the ability to shoot threes, but the fucking, you know,
The three from Curry.
very late, even though, you know, that's just how quick his release is.
They're on a 16-4 run. Now here's Jones.
Oh god, Wemby and Yao, the ultimate cheese clown shit.
Here's Lou. Launches it. 5 on the clock. And again, Denver.
I mean, this is just brutal. I could always check in my VOD like who the first thing was. Who the first guy was, if it was the same.
With enthusiasm.
Back to Jokic. The layup off target.
It's just impossible. Some of these should still go in. It's based on the skill of the player alone.
He hits it. And the buzzer.
great job ending the quarter on a high note.
This is gonna take forever too. I shouldn't even bother, but I'll just indulge it. Yeah, we'll have only that tier 1 thing left to do. I wanted to unlock the historic stuff, but it takes forever because
Here, a big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive. Probably has to happen quickly. Here's Curry.
that was pretty good. I mean, again, as usual, that's the issue of the bigs not helping.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning.
Like, you know, his big could have come over.
You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game,
I don't know, he caught that kind of awkwardly, but otherwise.
I will always be impressed with.
Jokic,
Yeah, it's this sort of aura thing. Like, it doesn't mean that you miss 100% of shots when the guy is next to you. Like,
outside for Dort.
just because they're big or a good defender,
Drills it from deep.
right? It just doesn't translate quite the way that they do here.
First points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Jokic. And he banks
Yeah,
it
so you got to get like some sort of cheese animation like that.
moves to choose from, especially deep inside. Wing shot on the way.
I mean,
On the jump shot.
that's just dumb.
Got 13.
That is dumb.
Was a prayer. All luck getting that
It makes these feel more like an all-star game or something stupid like that.
ill-advised pass there, very close to a turnover.
Curry drives in.
Weird way to get an and one, but
Fouled, and it's a
still
chance
sort of my
for
patented
play.
hesitation kind of move.
Richard with the relocations and the floor
Just such a
coverage.
fast release. That's the greatest strength of it. Not even just his accuracy, but his he did like a weird step back animation there too.
His conditioning is amongst the
The 5-4-6 versus 16-21. This is the first time maybe I've outscored him in a stretch, 6-5. But yeah, like even when I'm giving up those kind of totals, it's just too much.
best of all time.
It's okay. I mean, he beat me. It's legit.
Great read to get
I'm not even trying. I never call manual timeouts anyway.
He was hoping to maybe even get this.
What are they doing there? Like comparing rings or something? The way that Jokic and Curry were talking, pointing at their fingers. Yeah, I'm not waiting here. There's no feedback that I cancel the timeout, but I basically am. So, like, if people really try hard, they'll snipe like a streamer for their adjustments or whatever, you know, in the coaching screen. But then you see them anyway. I guess you don't know fully what their defensive scheme and stuff is, but you got to take advantage the one time that Yao isn't on there.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Yeah, he'll shoot like a 3 with fucking Yao. I haven't used this guy quite enough, the other Chinese player, but
Seattle pulls it in.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Jones misses.
yeah, that has such a big impact, especially against a player like me. The whole Yao, Wemby, whatever shenanigan type players.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Dort outside. Fires the 3. The putback. It's good.
I mean, again, some of these things are just non-interactive. The fact that he just has better players, especially at certain positions.
Here's Jones. And he was
Wow.
fouled in the act of
I wasn't expecting that to be and one either. We got 2. Look at that camera angle.
Durant giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
The Curry and one and that and one were both very,
and it's Porter with
were
the ball
both very bad or surprising.
for Denver. Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress.
Oh, that was a good move, though. Where he's saying Porter Jr. impressed with his passing ability, which you've never heard that in real life, where he's considered just a jack up shot
Wang with a rebound.
shot jacker who never passes, which is actually fine because he's
Foul intentionally.
Want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Seattle
whatever, sort of selfish, and he'll never get assists.
Jones hits them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Seattle on offense. That's tipped. Here's the break.
Everybody just sort of clears out at some point. That's so frustrating. They see what the guy is doing, but they have no idea what, you know. 100 Yao, even that's an exaggeration. Like at his best, he's probably at 95 maybe or something. Maybe not even. Like he has this distinction that, oh, he was an all-star every year of his career, but that's a bit of a fallacy because,
43 seconds left in the
with all
third.
due respect,
Pass to Short.
sure, he was good and deserving of it some of the time, but some of it was just his popularity getting voted in by fans because he was so, you know, popular with the Chinese community and stuff. That actually is why. And Houston has that whole love of that, which is partly why they got Jeremy Lin and maybe somebody else. Just whatever. They had that. Following.
Here's Wang. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
Even the commentator says that, oh, got him with a pump fake, but it doesn't matter.
With 4 on the clock. O'Neal
What are some of these shots that he's even taking?
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair.
My free agent version of KG didn't have a very good mid-range compared to what he really should have, but this version of Shaq is going to be hitting those or threes. Like the way that they are even consistent within this mode is stupid. I love all the fallacies of the shit with Denver's altitude. Like there's no doubt you get more used to it by playing there and living there and being that's actually the bigger thing. Not even playing there is the fact that assuming that you live there, right, if you're one of the people on the team,
A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
the fact that you live there makes you acclimate to it a lot more. And so that is a fair point, that there is some advantage in that, no doubt. You come, you know, it's like the Drew Brees fallacy that, oh, he played indoors some of the time or whatever at home.
They have found a lot of success in transition.
Well, that's part of the reason why he was so good. And you might say that should apply to people who played him too. But maybe it did, but he just played there more, or even just,
Forcing turnovers and scoring off of them.
Here's Mobley.
it's the fact that
Nice assist from Fox.
you know, that'll taint his resume apparently because, oh, he played indoors. The same way that, oh, you play at altitude. Like, it matters a little. That might actually matter a lot more, come to think of it, the whole indoors thing, but... Oh, shit.
Here's O'Neal.
Yeah, I was actually choking.
Pump fake to freeze the D.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
At least it felt like I started to score a bit more comfortably here. He just let his foot off the gas, but they start to try to clown you and troll you almost. I mean, that is so dumb. That aspect of it is really dumb.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
It's blocked.
Yeah, Yao is just a demigod apparently, and it's just not. He's making threes, but he's missing that. Like, what are these versions of players? They're so dumb. They want it to be like some sort of little stupid fantasy thing that, oh, this is your favorite player, so you want the version to be the best at everything, but...
So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Or he might accidentally pause it, you know, extra time and actually lose based on that. I think that has happened before too. We're getting blown out, but they'll accidentally, you know, pause it with the fifth one, or, you know, if he does it twice more. So again, that is just bad on both sides. Often does feed into it too. Like, I'll get stops and that'll turn into something. So if I don't, then you're screwed. It feels like so much of this is not very realistic at all.
Kept alive. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Curry. Oh, it's stolen.
Like, I'm not even doing anything. He's even jumping at a fake and then I'm turning it over. Like, what's happening?
1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Durant pulls it in. Here's Wang. Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power.
I think he scored on Yao too at times, but it's hard to score directly on them. Like, you have to get them to jump or do something, which a lot of the time they don't even need to jump, like I said. But
Pass to Scott. Puts it up from 15. Seattle.
or there's that stupid contest that somebody does that they just jump in the air.
Here's Yao.
Right, even if they're far away from you, they'll still just jump for the sake of it.
Shot. Takes the three. Scott can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Jokic. Second shot opportunity. Yao with a rebound. Here's Wang. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, and we injure Shaq somehow.
Tells it all. He's hurt.
That happened to me too. That's realistic to his real tendency to get injured. Wait, didn't I get an and one, or they were just showing that?
Look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended
Yeah, we got like 50 million offensive rebounds and still couldn't do anything. Oh, he's mad now. He's taking revenge for the fact that we injured Shaq, even though I had no idea.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And Jokic throws
Or they sub out even Yao because they're so
They're still going to come up short.
they're reliant on him, or they're up by so much.
final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Yeah, now it's troll sportsmanship, which I was about to do, but you're not even letting me.
pass to Durant.
That'll be the burial for the MyTeam. So the only thing left that we have to do is that Celtics thing, the tier 1. Oh, I should always look at that. I forgot. Okay, so here I'm basically going to do a continuation of the finale episode that we started last time, where I get like one chance at each last game mode. And so this went on a little bit longer than I thought, this whole series, but then again, it could kind of go on forever. So basically the 3 game modes I was trying to go through were like MyTeam, and then I split that into 2 halves. Like, so some of those game modes were actually truly permadeath, because like the park and the 3v3 or whatever, those ones, because I did those in rotation. Like, oh, if I lose in the regular showdown or whatever, right, then I go to the next one. So it was like the 3v3 in the park or something. Then we go down the salary cap one. But then I never went back to those when I rotated back. So I condensed it into, you know, my team just between the 2 modes, or the 2 teams, one that could use the auction house and one that can't, and they could use like free agent cards instead. And so I get like 1 try with each, and then if I lose both, then I switch to the other game modes, which were supposed to be obviously online quick match, the mainstay that I always do. Like, I play as every team until I lose, then I move on to the next one, and that is kind of permanent. Like, for the whole version of this game, if I lose as a team, I can't play as them ever again for this whole game. But you know, once you unlock the historic ones, it's not a big deal because there's so many. And then the problem with some of those is some of the players are just missing. Like, Charles Barkley was always missing because he said, like, some of the older players don't get enough of a cut or money or anything for it. So he was kind of protesting it. Who else was notably missing? I feel like one of the Pistons players was missing, like Rasheed Wallace maybe or something. Because I would play as that historic like 2004 team, and even though it's really good and I like it, they didn't actually have the complete roster, which is kind of disappointing actually. So it's still really good, but it doesn't. They could almost put in a placeholder, like it's not actually him, but it's, and it can't be his name, but they'll just put like a generic player with his rating and skills or something. I don't know, because it's not fair just to remove that player altogether, right? So like, oh, you're playing as the Suns, the 93 Suns or something, and it just doesn't have Barkley, so now they suck. Like, and then the other game mode I was trying to do, which I only tried once, was the WNBA. I was trying to do like some sort of single player series, but there's a few things that make it seem appealing. Like, it'll be kind of lower scoring, slower paced, just because the players aren't as good or whatever the case may be. It won't be as much cheese and BS and high scoring games, but just playing against the AI isn't fun. If they had the online, right, an online mode for that, even though you think it might be dead and nobody's going to play it, it would still be better. In my opinion, they should have that. So the thing is that, let me check something here. But yeah, so we're at the final phase where I'm going to go until I, wait. I'm going to go until I lose a game, one single game, and then the whole series is over. So we're playing as Boston. Or you know what? Actually, that fucks up. They don't, I forgot. Damn it. Even my title is wrong then. I was going to say, oh, we go as Boston. We'll go as tier 1 teams until I lose. But what they have this stupid feature in this version, which I don't remember them having in previous ones, is that you can't play as a team you just recently played as. So I'm actually wrong. We'll just go as tier 1 teams until we unlock. Like, I guess if I unlock historic, then I'll extend it. If I go that long, then I extend it until unlocking historic. But if I lose, then even a single game, then the whole series is over. Then I'll go on to do other things on here just to see like what other PS Plus and stuff we could make a little mini series or something. We're 7-5, which is not that good. But we're going against a guy who's 11-30. It is interesting how they made this mode, so you can't quit out or sort of abort, kind of like what you would do in chess. If you're, it's a bit of a dark joke I used to make. Everyone always aborts in chess if they're black, or I guess I said it differently. Like, everybody always aborts if they're black in chess, right? In chess, right? Oh no, in real life, because whatever, assuming you have some disadvantage, or the rate of abortion is very high amongst, for whatever reason, right, the black community. So the point with that joke is just to say, in chess, that applies. Everybody always aborts if they're black because they go second and they're at an objective disadvantage. Similar to, again, extrapolating dark comedy, not to offend anybody, but it's like, oh, assuming that, oh, you're starting at a disadvantage in real life, assuming that is, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people say that even sympathetically, like, that there are certain disadvantages you have. So yeah, that's what I was saying is, whatever. So everybody always aborts if they're black, and they also there was some other reason why too. What? Oh, it didn't even look like you got that. Why else did people do it? If they're, or if there's like a big rating discrepancy too, obviously. The Rudy Gobert the Clown is not doing the one thing he's supposed to do. Yeah, we'll take this super seriously, and we do have the benefit of tier 1 teams, but okay, dude. You let Rudy score, you should just quit right then. Zubac is actually pretty good too. Oh god. What a clown. I'm just gonna clown Rudy the whole time. You really kept this guy but got rid of Karl Anthony Towns. You must be a clown. Yeah, there's the defensive player of the year. Although I do go easy on him for like the Luka thing, where Luka hit the game winner on him. Like, it's obviously a mismatch. He's not defensive player of the year for guarding that. Like, oh wow, we brought a second guy on him. But yeah, the Wolves kind of fucked up their chances. They should have kept Karl Anthony Towns at any cost, and then, oh god, treating Rudy like he's a stretch big. Like, are you serious, dude? You're never, you ain't never gonna score, dude. Oh god, it almost should be Leonard on. Look at that ugly animation. It should almost be Leonard on that. You knew he recovered, so he was going to jump at it like the clown that he is. But no, I was trying to say something and I forgot. Like, everybody always aborts. So in this, they kind of prevented you from abortion. They have abortion protection here, where it's like, oh man. They have abortion protection because you first queue up, then you choose your team after. And if you quit during that time, that's what that one guy was doing who destroyed me and had like every single point that he scored with Harden only.
I had a chance to catch up with the Clippers head coach. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards...
But yeah, Kawhi sometimes isn't the easiest kind of player to use because you got to hit a lot of those jump shots that are just... They're good, but they're kind of not always super easy or clean. If you look at like how you would play as Kobe, it's the same thing. Kobe didn't take easy shots. He would take a lot of tough shots. Right, that's why I prefer centers as opposed to guards, because like, yes, you'll get enamored with Curry and stuff like that, but what if you just have a bad shooting night? What if your three-point shot is just off? Even like Dirk was like that. If his shot's off, right, whereas a center or somebody like that is going to be more consistent. Even players with size like LeBron can always fall back on his little yeah, Harden is actually so good in this version. Not that he isn't good, but he can be so inconsistent. Good thing this isn't a playoff game or he'd fucking choke. I'm not even reaching. I'm just getting in like the right position. I don't know why the dunk animation sometimes seems so delayed though. They always pause. Like even Wade is like that when I expect him to do something on the fast break. But no, our defense has been amazing here. The aura of the claw there. Yeah, I mean, Kawhi is just too strong. 9 out of 10. This is crazy. We're coming out with the true aura of the stakes here. And yeah, the bigs don't actually help. So that's something you got to realize on both sides. And nobody changes the settings either, including myself. It's part of the challenge. Now, realistically, you should take that and make that, but... Yeah, Rudy Gobert is really going to shut us down, dude. He's really going to shut Wilt down. Rudy's why Wilt couldn't play in this era, apparently, according to the clown fan base. See, I'm letting up on D a little bit too much. Even though we're up, even though we're doing good. Yeah, Kawhi sometimes you do forget about here. Like, I don't feel like super enthusiastic about it. So, you know, that's got to really hurt. I'm scoring everything inside, and then all of a sudden I start to do that. Like, you know, when I start hitting threes, you're in trouble. I mean, he's doing what he should. He's taking advantage, getting a lot of undeserved kind of easy shots.
Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
To the middle. Out to Leonard. With 4 on the clock. And that's 2 points.
Get that little fake. You got 3 guys on him, but
11.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming.
some of these animations and contestant stuff are so fucking delayed.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, I try to always play in like a sim-like way, but people don't do that, so you sometimes get cooked. What is this fucking angle? What are we looking at here?
It's been a lot
Like a bug or what? It's like behind them. Almost like something is censored. That's the adult-only part of the fucking audience. Look at Rudy Clown dribbling up the floor.
I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle
Like he's not a threat to score, so what do you expect to happen?
Here's Edwards.
Like how do you let that happen when the big is actually there? It's so stupid.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
From deep, here's Simmons.
Oh, that's not who I thought it was for some reason.
Timberwolves.
I forgot Simmons is even still in the fucking league. Dude, what are these animations that Edwards is getting?
Seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's
Like, what is that?
put it. You know, in their first 27 years in LA, they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason.
Clown versus clown matchup. Imagine how much of a clown you have to be to let Ben Simmons cook you.
And he's so skilled.
But he's still a really good defender. I mean, I don't... yeah, something's weird about that. Even as crazy as I've been so far,
Great feel for the game.
his animations are busted.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. We might see a
He doesn't do that in real life to this extent. Like, he'll rely on jump shots sometimes. Okay, so again, if we lose anything here... I'm still playing badly, even though I'm up, because he's messed up so much, he turned it over so much. I'm shooting such a high percentage, and it's still within 9. Like, I'm not doing what I should do here. He's not hitting jumpers, first of all, at all. But yeah, we'll go with tier 1 teams until I lose, and then it'll be over. Or if I do go long enough, which I have to win like 10 games or 12 games or whatever to unlock the historic teams, then I'll get an extra life, I guess, with those, or somehow extend it overall. So this is our last chance. I cannot lose a single game, period. So I was expecting it to be only with the Celtics, but that's not true because of the...
pass to Jones. Now Zubats. Defended by Gobert. Done. They get it again.
But you can't play... I forgot about that completely annoying feature.
First foul.
What was I saying before? Something... Oh, the abortion joke. Yeah, you can't abort because you choose the team after... You choose the team only after you...
Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Coffee. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation. That's true.
You cannot abort for the simple reasoning that...
Your set offense. If your stars can go mano a mano
What
and
the
create
fuck?
something out of nothing, that's all.
You can't abort because you first queue up, then you find an opponent, and then you choose the team. And then if you quit on that screen where you choose the team, it counts actually as a loss, according to what we saw. This is unbelievable, though, that he's even this close. Like, this is us sort of just getting lazy and complacent. Like, there's no way it should be this close.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie.
You know, a reliable
It's got a delay sometimes.
so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play on.
But yeah, Edwards is just destroying me, and
Score and help
like
out
Kawhi should be on him or something.
players to succeed around him.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Jones. Inside. From deep. Pure.
I can't get these releases exactly, but it's okay.
Got himself going here.
It's so annoying because it goes against the whole streak aspect. You're trying to go on a good streak and get in a rhythm with somebody,
Point land.
but he's not. It doesn't let you because you have to deal with this stupid shit.
Shot select. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
So are we really feeling the presence of Rudy? We're scoring mostly in the paint,
Jones Jr. can
and he's still, you know, like what good is he then?
Bounce, and you're right.
one thing if you hit a 3, if a guard hits a 3 on him, right? Like, I can't blame you for that. That's like, oh, if Dikembe gets cooked by somebody on the perimeter, oh, he's not defensive player of the year or whatever, but like,
And he's also become a pretty good corner pocket three-point shooter too.
that's what I like. I try to establish inside and do what I can, and then only when you are up and comfortable, now you start to hit 3s or make them start defending the 3 a little bit.
McDaniels inside.
Jaden McDaniels of the whole fame from being compared to KD. Even that animation seemed a bit slow. I don't know. Yeah, it's the defense that I like to be significant here. It's just impossible to sometimes guard these animations. Like, what good is Gobert if he can't? He doesn't have to guard the jump shot, which I'm not even taking. But no, I love the mystique of Kawhi. It's sort of like Bill Walton almost, but even better because, you know, it's the. This is what you gave up Karl Anthony Towns for, bro. This is what you gave him up for. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Like, you know, when he's in his prime, he's basically top 10 all time, top 5 all time, whatever. Especially when you consider both ends. Like, you know. I love what makes them decide to rage quit. Like, oh, it wasn't enough when you're down by 15 or when you're down by like 12 in the first quarter, but now you decide to quit. Now, look, I sure would love to go in a good rhythm and win with them again, right? Like, that's the point. You want to play as the same team over and over until you lose and see how long of a streak you go on and see, you know, and see. Get in a rhythm, learn the releases, learn how to play a little bit. The first couple games should always, you want to hope for an easy win just so you can get in a rhythm with them. I even say that in other of these multiplayer permadeath gauntlets that I do, like, you know, in Smite or in League or something. You want to get familiar with the characters, so get a couple easy, quick wins, even if you don't deserve them, even if you're playing badly. Get some easy opponents, easy wins, and then you'll get in a rhythm, and then if you have a tougher challenge, now you can deal with it. It's hard the first game because, oh, it's this guy's first game ever, so he could be amazing or terrible. And also, yeah, if we're on a second game, I guess it won't happen now, though. Yeah, the only thing is either I play until I lose, or I unlock the historic teams. Then I'll get like somehow an extra life or something. I don't know how I would explain that, but I love the historic teams because they present sometimes such a challenge, right? They'll have like great strengths and great weaknesses. Like, oh, they'll be really good defensively or something, or really good at scoring inside, and then they'll be really bad at everything else. Or shooting, so you have to work around it, and you have to make it work. Which that's what people don't give enough credit for. Yes, a lot of these modern teams are so much better at shooting, and they would cook them, but even though 3 is bigger than 2 and you would cook them in the shooting category, the one thing you might not do is, oh, they might cook you inside. Like, Wilt would absolutely destroy you and score every time. And so now that could be such a big deal because, wow, I was not even expecting him to make that. That people say, oh, LeBron has no bag. Like, there's all these dumb takes I should almost address, right? Sports fallacies and shit. What is this matchup even, and how are we doing that? I'm even mocking like I can't guard him, but like you need somebody better on him, but somehow we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we need Alex Caruso back on this fucking shit. Yeah, Jokic should be cooking this guy, but somehow he's not. But like, LeBron's signature move, aside from the FU3, as people always joke about, it is actually the contact layups. Just making a tough contact layup in traffic against sometimes multiple people or whatever, he'll just do that, right? I don't even think of it as a dunk. He makes so many tough layups in the paint that over his career, either on the break or even just in half court, he'll just back you down, he'll do some spin, or he'll just drive it and make a really tough layup.
We spoke with David Alderman. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is...
Yeah, I almost forgot we even have Luka.
which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us.
And yeah, they disappointed me. I thought they'd win that series in like 7, and I thought it would be tough, the Wolves. But they lost in 5, which is kind of crazy. Look at that. I love those kind of little simple moves. He's doing something they wouldn't expect. Although I don't trust the jump shots even of somebody like that. Who often... Oh, shit. Wow, this guy has Jokic's number, man.
James in the post.
Look how he switched from a dunk animation to a layup. But no, that's what I would say. So that's one fallacy moment, right? Addressing NBA fallacies. Like, LeBron has no bag. Like, the all-time leading scorer has no bag. But what you could mean by that is saying, okay, fine. A bag is more like if you... Oh, look at him coming over to help, too. That's high IQ. He's better than the bigs often are. It's a good attempt to come over and help and get a block. A bag could just refer to, like, you know, Kyrie or something having like a lot of different fancy looking moves or weird moves that would be good on in a one-on-one context. It doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't effective, right? So you could say, oh, Kareem had no bag, even though he had a lot of moves and he was way better than people realize. Even though he's had way more moves than people realize, and Wilt had an amazing bag, depending on how you define it. I think what people mean is more so a guard who looks like sexy in a 1v1 context, right? So in that sense, you could say, okay, somebody doesn't have a bag, even though you still do. I mean, it just looks different. It's more power-based. It's more athletic-based, whatever. But so it's no insult. It doesn't mean you're not a great scorer and it's not effective. Like, oh, if you're sky hooking all day, even though that's not all he did, you're sky hooking all day, oh, it looks like you have less of a bag than somebody else. Like even Hakeem, right, feels like that at the position. I hate anybody with like a slow release too, especially because I feel like you can recover so well sometimes. Kind of a bad matchup there, but modern NBA doesn't punish mismatches. Yeah, the other take was what did I hear from Katie? Some clown take. Katie was saying something that people were getting mad about, but it's like, damn it, I can't remember. I wanted to address it here. Maybe after I win this one, I'll look it up. What? That was clean, but I wasn't expecting that even. These perfect releases always give me some sort of trigger. It just feels like if you do that, you can make anything, anytime. That should still be my ball. It's our ball, ain't it? The way he gets so mad. It's our ball. Throwing a little tantrum. His personality rubs people the wrong way, but I have some good quotes about him that are like... Can he connect? If he makes a 4-point play, he'll be connect 4. Like, people say, oh, people don't fear LeBron. Well, whether you fear him or not, look at that screen, man. That was amazing. Whether you fear him or not, you're still going to go home. Like, he's, you know, unless it's the finals, unless you're almost an all-time great team aside from Dallas. Wow, we're getting a lot of weird steals that we almost don't deserve. But no, it's a case where whether you fear him or not, you're still going home, right? You're still... And there's like a weird underdog element to him, which in some ways you shouldn't... You shouldn't have. Like, he's down 3-2 to the Spurs in 2013, and down 5 with 28 seconds left and turns the ball over a couple times. Like, so I'm not using that to diminish it. Like, you still win, it's fine. That's part of the mythical storyline. But why are you such an underdog? Why are you down 3-2? You're the defending champs. Why are you, you know, having to have a miracle to win that? And then 2016, same thing. You're down 3-1, and then things kind of fall into place. So on one hand, you can give him credit, like, look at all these amazing things he's doing. But on the other hand, why are you the underdog if you're that great, right? Why aren't you more of a favorite? Why aren't you the one dominant? Like, he wasn't dominant. That's the thing. He was dominant, like, in the East, but not in an overall, like, he wasn't three-peating. He wasn't, again, I don't mind the teams. You can say, okay, make a super team, try to win as many as you can. I got no problem. But then I judge you based on the results, and it's like, it wasn't dominant. It wasn't like, you know, if you're going to make excuses, then okay, Wilt's the GOAT because he's faced the Celtics and that was unfair. Right? They'll use the era against, man, he's hitting a couple of tough jumpers. They'll say, oh, the arrow was weak, but on the other hand, they'll say, you know, wouldn't that be an excuse then? Like, one team won 11 in 13 years. It's like, you won 11 in 13 years. So wasn't that unfair to Wilt, and doesn't he deserve that as an excuse? If it was LeBron, we would say that, like, oh, look at the Warriors with KD, that's unfair. But it's not unfair to have a team that won 11 times in 13 years. Like, people would totally be using that as an excuse. I gotta see what the fuck he said. I should almost do it now. It was triggering a lot of people. I just saw, like... I'll be fine. We'll look at it after this. Yeah, I love these kind of formats that are sort of just like a bite-sized little thing. How do you miss that, man? They give you too much benefit of the doubt. And Michael Porter was actually one of my favorite players, and I do really like him still, but he has like the perfect build in my mind, but he just doesn't play necessarily the right way. He has like the Ben Simmons problem. He's so good, but he doesn't psychologically do things the right way. And some of these turnovers by both of us are dumb. Like, they don't feel right. Yeah, you're really gonna West brick yourself to freedom. The curse that every team just passes off onto some other team. Yeah, like, I'm really afraid of that. Fuck. You really get cooked by Westbrook with a jump shot. He has some of the weirdest statistical things, like on the Rockets, he was getting like being the team leading rebounder and shit. He was like playing center. That's like a shot clock cheese moment. Austin Reeves, who has real star potential. We almost need our starting lineup in we're top heavy, as Brown would say. But no, oh yeah, there's the one fallacy of, like, that I've said a couple times. Jordan being 6 for 6 in the finals, again, it's a good achievement. I would leave that part out, though. It's not about 6 for 6. It's about he won 6 and he had 2 3-peats. Those are both very impressive. If he had lost, if he had made another finals a different year and then lost it, right, would I hold that against him and say, oh, but it's not a perfect record? Like, you still won 6. It's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. So that I don't care too much about. And then I also feel like yeah, this bench is not very good, though. You got to do like a pick and fade with him, actually. Like, why is this cooking me so much more than? So again, saying 6 for 6 is not really necessary. It's more like when you're favored to win, you should win. Again, with LeBron, like, I don't hold his finals losses necessarily against him because it's an achievement to make it there, but he should have won against Dallas. He should have maybe won against the Spurs in 2014, or at least done better than what he did. So you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year. Yeah, this Killian Hayes guy was actually killing Jokic somehow, getting all kind of blocks, but it looks like it's going the wrong way now. Now, can he make one of these bomb threes that Jokic is more than capable of doing? But
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening.
Oh, and there he puts it down.
45%, 30%. So I always like my calling card to beat defense. They always know me for the D.
Greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there.
The thing that you look for is the fact, again, that's one fallacy. Again, it's not important to me so much the perfect record. If you made the finals again a different year, and oh, now you're 6-1, it's still, you know, it's a net positive. Actually, that's better because that just means you made the finals one year that you lost in a previous round. So in a way, I defend that a little bit.
And that creates pressure for the defense.
Back to Hachimura. Second shot opportunity. That one.
Wow, Jokic is turning into an actual good defender before our very eyes.
Deep two from Murray.
Wow,
From the wing.
just started off better than what we're seeing here.
Look at how instant Murray's shooting can be. Gets the
Um,
plants the feet.
Again, so that's one fallacy. Winning is what I care about. I don't care so much about that. It's a stupid statistic. And then the other statistic is
One-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points.
the FU3 to end. That's Jokic's job.
Los Angeles on top. Up by 3.
See, I wasn't forcing it with LeBron at all. I was being very disciplined and just everything efficient. So the thing that I'll say is that the other fallacy is the fact that he, like, oh, he would have won 8 straight or something if he hadn't quit. Like, it's his choice for quitting, retiring. It maybe even helped them because injuries could have happened, burnout could have happened. But the point is that the other fallacy is the simple fact that
Hey, Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep.
kind of forcing it a little bit now.
Porter with it. Defended by Reed. Kicks it out to Gordon.
Now Gordon kind of comes and goes from 3. Whoa, he's turned into a jump shot demon though.
Is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing.
I keep forgetting what I'm even trying to say.
James left side. Here's Doncic.
Felt like he could have kept going. I'm probably gonna lose this one now. This is the way it's going. I mean,
Minute played so far.
he's actually hitting. Younger LeBron could have blocked that, but what was I saying? The fucking fact that the bench just kind of ruined us because he came back in the game so well. Top heavy team. It's the fact that Jordan. I can't remember. There's some other fallacy I always say with that.
Pass to Hayes. And then Cam Johnson goes right over to
Oh yeah, he never allowed. This is one of the most bold-faced fallacies. Again, you can love Jordan. I don't have anything against him. Somewhat the media hype is annoying at times with the overkill, but I have no problem with him. But this is just a bold-faced fallacy that you don't need to make an argument like this, and it's dumb, and it's just completely incorrect. It's the fact that
Gordon with it. He's picked up by Doncic.
it's the fact, if I can actually get a thought off here, it's the fact that he's able to
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Rebound by Murray.
he never allowed a game 7 in the finals, but he allowed a game 7 in the previous round in order to get that very same finals. Not even like, oh, he allowed game 7s period in other, you know, other series throughout his career in different years. No, even those same years that you even those same years to get to the finals, he went to game 7 against the Pacers, right? To get to the finals that he won, and then obviously because he never lost the finals. But he didn't allow a game 7 in the finals against the Jazz, but he did allow one against the Pacers or against the Knicks, right? Like the same year that you're winning the title, oh, you didn't allow something, but so he's able to disallow a game 7 in the finals, but not What are these movements, man?
Now here's James, guarded by Porter.
So again, he never allowed a game 7 in the finals, but he did allow game 7s in other rounds, even en route to those same finals against inferior opponents than who he was facing in the finals. But he didn't allow a game 7 against the Suns or other teams in the finals, but he did allow one against the Knicks, and he didn't allow a game 7 in the finals against the Jazz, but he did allow one against the Pacers that same year to get to the finals. So it's almost like it's not quite that simple, and it's not up to him necessarily.
It just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
This is getting a little tight. He made a lot of demoralizing jump shots for sure. Just don't let him make one with Westbrook over here. He's playing pretty good. I mean, his style is pretty good. This guy was really shutting down Jokic before, but yeah, see, he's actually doing good. Just bully him though there. What the fuck? So those are some fallacies there, and I just want to see what KD had said here.
James in the post.
Look at that. Owning the inside, as the commentator said, even though he hit that one FU type 3. Or like, yeah, even the fallacies of saying how good Kobe is or something, or how often he's brought up in the GOAT discussion. You're not gonna make that. That's a total fallacy, because yes, he's great, he's up there, but he singled out like, oh, it's Jordan, it's Kobe, it's LeBron. You leave out Kareem, you leave out Wilt and stuff like that, because why? Is it whoa? Why do you leave those out? Because, oh, the center position isn't as sexy, or because, oh, we think height is somehow an advantage, but like that makes it too easy or unfair, even though speed could be an advantage, or oh, even though athleticism or height in other positions and other, you know, being a great athlete in other ways, like, why does it always have to be about height? Right, like it's part. Oh wow. Those are all fallacies, and it's the fact that you also have the ability to consider.
Gordon inside. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. James looking it over. Over Porter. And that
Oh, you can't get it. I like those late end of quarter jump shots by him, though. But the point that I'm trying to make is like centers aren't as sexy, or we hold the height against them, even though we don't hold other athletic advantages like speed or again, just strength and things like that against other players. You could say height you can't control at all, whereas those things you can control to some extent, but you know, it's not that simple. Like, and it's part of the game. Like when Harden complains about that, Giannis, like, oh, it's so easy to be big and strong, but then don't play a physical athletic sport where, you know, being big and strong is a part of the game, right? What? Right, go play chess or something then, where physical advantages and stuff don't factor in. And then the other thing is the simple fact that you have
He's got the crafty moves, and I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being.
you know, do something that doesn't have those kind of advantages. And then the other thing is the fact that we'll just look at KD's comment after we clearly win this one.
It's up at 3. Brown's shot is off. And here is Los Angeles now. 4-point game. Has to finish.
Come on, there's not enough movement here. And we're getting a couple and ones. And again, just totally relying on the inside too much. When Westbrook is hitting more jump shots than I am as a team, like that's how you know.
Just fighting for the and one play.
And it's all said and done. Jokic is
But yeah, the one weakness you see here clearly is the bench. That we get totally destroyed when the starters go out. Not hitting the kind of jumpers with Luka that you need to do, though. This matchup isn't as good as I was about to say, but Oh, go, 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 go.
Doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to.
So again, all we need is like one well-timed jump shot here that could be so demoralizing.
More memorable dunk.
Every three I make is like a kiss of death three because it's just like I do it so rarely, and that's how again it kind of used to be. Now, can you actually go all the way? You should be able to, but contact layup as opposed to a dunk. I'm not really too happy though with our performance here because we gave him a good chance, and it's very
Great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball. And
I mean, I can't even be mad at that realistically, but
Jokic has such an efficient, soft stroke, especially from this in-between area.
what the heck did he say? I was just seeing something on it yesterday and I can't remember. I'll look it up and do like one final closing thought after this. Yeah, some of those fallacies again. Oh, you didn't allow a game 7 in the finals, but you did allow one in the conference finals to get there that same year against a lesser opponent. Like, there's no need to make. Oh yeah, just the media hype. Their wings, their ball handlers, they're flashy. They've been hyped up crazy by the media. That's why we hear about, oh, Kobe's like in the top 3. Like, he's not better than Kareem. He's not better than Wilt. He's not better than.
Thanks so much, David.
You know, he's not better than a lot of guys. Even Hakeem Olajuwon, I might take. There's a lot of guys you might take. It's no insult to him. Shaq, you could take. So I mean, he could be top 5, but there's nobody would have him. You know, nobody would have him like, oh, he's top 2, top 3. Like, oh, he's the closest thing to Jordan. But that's just a positional thing because he tried to copy Jordan's game and style of play. It's like, you know, they play the same position. They play a similar style. It's very entertaining. It's very ball dominant. It's very score heavy. It's very ISO, very, you know, flashy. The media loves it. You both get media hype. None of that translates to, oh, Kareem's just better. Kareem is just better, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're both great scorers, but he was a great defender too, Kareem. So in what way is Kobe better than, you know, is better than Kareem, right? In what way? You say, oh, he played with Magic, but then Kobe played with Shaq, and Kobe had a couple down years, like early on, where he's averaging like 7 points and all this kind of shit. Oh, come on, he has the size on that.
Nuggets running out of time. Outside Gordon. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Jokic.
Wow. I was not expecting a dunk there, at least.
Austin Reeves picks one up.
No, this guy played awesome, though, actually. He's trying to end my run. Just his whole... He's playing a very respectable way.
Leading by 9.
Did we do a FU move here?
LeBron outside. Hachimura the screen. And the call.
Yeah, like a bailout foul, but that's what you want to see in your nightmares if you play LeBron. He dribbles the ball up the court slowly, then he backs somebody down, then he's looking for an outlet to pass, or he'll go all the way and make it, you know, move in the paint. Like, it's such an annoying, like where you could kind of slow the pace of the game down. Like in 2015, he was doing that a lot. The 2015 to 2018 period, where he could just control the pace so much. Even if you lose, right, it doesn't matter. You still,
He's looking for Gordon and finds him.
we're jumping at him from the paint to like the 3-point line.
Austin Reeves picks one up. He drops the
Okay, I've obviously choked it a bit here, but he's not going to pull a Cinderella Pacers type shit on me.
Because he can do it all. He'll lead the break at times. He's one of the most unique talents in the NBA.
boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely.
Yeah, the paint is always my place to cheese, and it doesn't always work. I mean, he played very, very well when we're playing for our life here. And yeah, this I keep calling him Killian Hayes. It's something Jay Hayes, but he was playing according to 2K. He's a Jokic stopper over here.
to the inside.
I want one FU3.
From deep, James.
Oh, I wanted it. We got one of them at the end of like the first. Okay, good swordsmanship. Let's look at the box score.
Very strong showing.
And so you have Jokic started off pretty bad. He was turning it over. He was getting shut down by the guy. Then he came on later. He hit a lot of impressive jump shots and threes with players who you wouldn't really normally expect. What is Westbrook's 3-point rating anyway? 76 seems too high. Like his should always be higher. He's turned himself into a respectable jump shooter actually. Yeah, that's actually fair. Like 80 plus. Maybe he could even be a little higher. So 18, 8 for 15, 1 3 is the only 3 we made with anybody. 96. Yeah, I think LeBron's maybe a bit too high. 96 overall. I don't think he's really that anymore, but whatever. We survived that one. We win this one. That one we made him rage quit. So yeah, let's look at the one thing before we end off here. The Kevin Durant comment here. What did he say that was triggering everybody so much, and why is he wrong about it? Let's see here. Kevin Durant comments. I want to go play baseball. What did Kevin Durant say about Michael Jordan? Comedic jab saying, when people say I want to go play baseball and then come back, and some want to play 22 straight. Some people say I want to go play baseball and play 22 straight. Never talk down on the GOAT again. Like, the whole thing of him going to play baseball is a non-issue because it's like, I'll debunk the fallacy that, oh, they would have won 8 straight, right? I don't use that because, again, injuries could have happened, burnout could have happened, they might have just had an off year. So you have the luxury of having a year and a half basically off of to rest, right? The Bulls are still playing, but they're not going as deep in the playoffs and whatever. It's more of an off season. You get time to rest when you might have been injured, or, you know, it's a lot of toll that it took. So that sort of rest and reset, and then you come back and then you still lose to the Magic, which isn't talked about enough. So I don't use that as an excuse, like, oh, he was off for a year, he was rusty. It was his choice. It was his fault, right? That rust was self-inflicted. So I don't make an excuse for him losing to the Magic, and I don't make an excuse for, or some hypothetical, oh, they would have won 8 straight. He chose to retire twice in the prime of his career, that's fine. But the end result is he still won the 3 in a row twice. He still won 6, so, like, let me see what he says. It's not just 1 or 2 or 3 things that make you a good basketball player. Things you have to do to be great. It's so much you got to retain and understand in order for you to get full potential. Big part, becoming a basketball player. Who are you listening to? I don't see what's so viral about it. Like, okay, so you quit to play baseball, but he still won when he should have won. You can use the Magic year against him, I guess, that he lost to the Magic. And it's not like, oh, it's because he's rusty. No, they went out and got another Hall of Famer. They went out and got Dennis Rodman. And then it's not really about rust, right? They actually did have to improve there. He's talking like burnout, go play. See, the baseball thing is not relevant to me because he did what he had to do, right? He still won adequately. Right, like, okay, so he can go and play baseball, but Puppet on Bronze podcast. This man went and teamed up with Wade and Bosch, costing you of a real championship because of a weak move, which led you to make your own weak move. But that's fine, you know. I don't care about any of those moves. I just care about the results. Congrats to those people, and I'll say MJ retired twice every day. But he retired twice, but he still was more successful then. He still won 6. He still won, you know, he won as many as KD and LeBron combined. So MJ retired 3 times. $1 million worth of MJ shoes. Like, it doesn't matter though. Like, again, I don't care. It's not really a knock. Okay, he retired, but he still got the job done right when he needed to. Is that really all the viral comment? Or like the fact that, oh, in the 80s he was losing. right? He didn't own the 80s, which is fine, but he was still, outplaying Bird. Bird's calling him God. He's still taking the Pistons, who were winning championships 7 games. He's still putting up great numbers. Like, he's the best player on the floor. So it's not really fair to say that. Some people say I want to go play. So he's giving credit for the longevity, but again, that's the one fallacy I'll end off with. Like, people saying, "Oh, what makes LeBron the GOAT now is longevity." Right? That's fair if you want to use it as a criteria. If your criteria is longevity, you would have that argument. The problem with that is you're changing the goalpost, because I would use this as like a little psychological trick, right? Who was your GOAT before LeBron, assuming that you now consider him to be the GOAT mainly based on longevity? Oh, it was Michael? Then you're wrong. Your opinion's discredited, because it should have been Kareem. Because if you value longevity so highly, then Kareem should have been your GOAT for all this time, all-time leading scorer, etc. And then now you switch to LeBron based on the same criteria. For it to have been Jordan means that you're clearly valuing something else, like peak performance, other things, accolades, right? So you would be wrong. The only people who have the credibility to say, oh, LeBron's the GOAT based on longevity would be the people who said Kareem was the GOAT until now, right? That would be the only fair criteria that you have to make. Okay, so here I'm going to be continuing with what is the last leg of my 2K series, and there's one of 2 outcomes that can happen now. We're in the full Permadeath finale kind of mindset, where we do the Permadeath online quick match here, or I always call it that, but it's actually play now online. So here's the one of 2 outcomes. I play as tier 1 teams only until I lose a game, or until I win enough to unlock the historic teams. So I only get 1 life. So if I lose a single game, then it's over. If I last long enough to unlock the historic teams, which I think will be 9 wins here, right? Which is quite a lot and kind of annoying. Or maybe a win streak should count for more, but I probably have had some in it. I don't think so. But we won those 3, right? So the thing is that, what was I gonna say? The fact that, yeah, if I unlock the historic teams, then I get another life, or I'll somehow extend it and get a chance to do those, even if I lose as the tier 1. So, like, maybe I'll get 1 in each tier. Because, see, the thing is that the way it used to work, like, you wouldn't have to win this many. Like, 20 is kind of a lot. It would be like you'd win like 5 or something. Like, you'd win a couple in each tier. Like, win 2 in tier 3, win 2 in tier 2, win 1 in tier 1, right? And then it would unlock tier 3 historic teams. Then you would do it again, win like 5 more, 6 more. Then it would unlock tier 2 historic teams. Then tier 1, do it again, tier 1 historic teams. Then it would give you like some of the all-time teams or something like that. So it would do it more gradually. Here it's kind of doing a lot of it all at once. 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s eras teams. Now, does that mean all of them? Like, that seems like too much at once. Would that include the tier 1 through 3, or like, it's not really looking at it in terms of tier. So regardless, let's go ahead. We'll do this. So I would say I'd play as one of these teams we've already done and see how long we can last, which in some ways that kind of ruins the format. See, because what you're trying to do is put together a win streak, right? Like, that's the whole point of this. I play as each team in each version of this. Right, it's a format I always like to do in multiplayer stuff. You play as each character or each team, if it's a sports game, whatever. Like in Overwatch or League or something. You're playing as every team or every character or whatever until you lose, then you move on to the next one and you can't play that one anymore. And I've even done that on first playthrough, so it gives you variety. Either you really go on a good streak with one and you get the hang of it and it grows on you, or you lose, but then you still get a variety and get to try all different ones. So in this case, obviously every team gets 1 life, and I don't know, it's the fact that, what was I going to say? The fact that I typically do this, and again, with this, there's a sense of finality where, like, I don't get another chance. Like, so it's for this entire version of the game, which is late in its lifespan anyway, but if it wasn't, it would still be the same thing. Like, if it had just come out, I always do it like that. So any of the teams we lost as, like the Sixers here or something, we can never use them again. And Yeah, I was complaining about how this game works because what it does is it'll say like, oh, recently played. So even though, yes, I can still play as that same team later, it's a case where you can't do it in a row. So it's like, oh, I want to play as one team and one team only over and over until I lose, go on a 30-game win streak, and then, you're getting a rhythm with it, you're getting a hang of it, whatever, right? And you really want to just focus and fixate on that one team until it's gone. But here I have no choice but to change up. I think that's kind of dumb. It should let you do that. You might think, oh, that's OP or whatever, but it's really not. I mean, you should be able to just play as whatever team you want. Right? The fact that you recently played as it shouldn't really count against you. It's kind of dumb. And it lasts like a long time. Even if it's like, okay, you can't play two games in a row with the same team. No, it's been like several games since I played as some of these. So 9 wins, 5 losses, 37-41 for him. So the thing is that, yeah, we'll kind of keep going around these tier 1 teams. We lost as the Cavs. We did like one pass of it. Now we don't get another chance. So again, if I lose any of these, it's just over and I don't get to do it anymore. So we have to win like 9 games, that would mean, which is doable. But I mean, yeah, but it just ruins it. It makes it harder to keep track of because now I have to remember, more clearly which ones I won as or lost as, so that, because otherwise it would be obvious, like, oh, you just play as the same one over and over until you lose, then it's gone, or you keep going forever. But now I have to keep alternating even if I win, just because of how dumb that is. Oh god. Just because of how dumb it is that
What should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
BA, it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
They timed up the layup perfectly.
a lot of these players have been traded and are no longer there because they all suck and choked.
Pass to Oubre.
That I can kind of accept because Joker's not a great defender, but the thing is that
That's how you extend the glory right there. Out to the right wing.
yeah, that is kind of his type of shot, but I really don't like his release. I had him in my team as a free agent, or I still do, and I don't really trust it. It's very slow. It's awkward. I don't. What are these animations, man? I hate that because he wasn't even doing anything, and I'm barely even moving some of the time.
He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Jokic. Down low.
Get him jumping, go nice and slow. He's getting a little mad, but that 3 I don't even trust. Like, this game is very punishing with the releases. If you don't get a perfect, even if it's wide open, right? Like, I don't know what his rating is with the 3, but in my team it was only, and it's like a 94 rated version of him, but his 3 was only like a 76, which it's much better than that. It's not like that's a bad version of Jokic.
Left side Maxey. Here's Grimes.
That's a tough shot. Now Porter should be able to just do this and dunk it. Like, he is the type of player to have that build. I always liked him a lot. I always said he's one of my favorite players in terms of his build. He can just kind of catch. Great shooter, great, dunker, can run, fast, athletic, smooth, kind of movement pattern, body type, everything. I always liked that, but again, somehow he just never quite took off. It's like, oh, he's breaking my thing, but I'm deliberately going back. Just to.
Left side Porter. Pass to Jokic. Jokic is doubled. Outside Murray. And here's Gordon. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets Rockets need to get one up.
I don't know. They recover so well that felt like I should have had multiple chances, but they just recovered too well. And PG is kind of washed here, even though I like him. He's sort of this version of him I was just using on that myself, and just wasn't very good.
Over Jokic.
You know, I'll even admit he does make shit like that sometimes. Embiid's jump shot is crazy.
Now Gordon. Jokic in the post.
Dude, why did he come in like that?
Here's Brown. Buries it.
But I like that it's being forgiving with the threes. Maybe this mode is more forgiving with that, or maybe these are just better players at shooting than I had in my team. But it seems very punishing that if it's not a perfect release, you don't get to do that.
To halt the run.
Okay, I can accept that in a perfect release too at that.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that
Kind of a sad stage of his career where everybody's clowning him for his podcasting shit, but
Inside. Here's Jokic. Rebound by
he doesn't sometimes have the strength that you expect. Like, he's not going to dunk it or anything, but that was a good little stutter move, I guess. This feels like your movement is delayed sometimes in a way that I don't like.
Southern California, watching him every day. I wanted to emulate him.
I keep trying to get the me bound. That was one of my signature moves in earlier versions, like especially with the Greg Monroe thing for whatever reason. He was so good at grabbing those in like 2K14 or whatever I had in my team. He keeps breaking my imaginary ankles that I'm literally just not even barely moving.
out to the wing. Back to Gordon. Outside Porter.
Just takes them an hour to fucking pass it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. And the shot
Yeah, see,
goes
that level of effort is what you need to see from him in real life.
Porter Jr. outworking the
But yeah, there's something a little unfortunate with that.
outside Maxey. Kicks it to George.
He's doing all these funky animations, but yeah, he's kind of slow, PG, in this form.
Shoots. Gordon pulls it in.
Keep going, keep going.
Unloads from 13.
Oh, that could have almost been a bait for a foul, which Jokic does flop a lot.
Up 5. After the
Good battle of the big sort of matchup. Maybe the best two bigs, unless you count Giannis, obviously power forward.
and for those
But
just tuning in.
yeah, we'll run with this as long as we can. Hopefully get the historic teams.
What have you guys
Not being able to play the same one in a row was, again, the main thing I was complaining about. Just
boards at both ends. You can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Saric right side. Oubre with a steal.
that took like an hour for somebody to actually get though.
See attacking. Uses the glass on the layup.
Now we'll get destroyed with the bench, and Westbrook is always somebody I like to clown. Just he's good, he's high energy, but he's also got really bad tendencies.
Who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during
Come on, Porter should be able to take over, but he keeps backing off on that like he can't shoot the three.
and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Shot clock at 3. Excellent D there from
Now when Jokic, oh my god, when Jokic goes out, you're just gonna get cooked. But how come Embiid's not tired? I guess he hasn't done as much.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Westbrook. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to Grimes. And he makes it
I hate those kind of things where you just go through, but this is like a realistic thing too. What would happen? The Nuggets will be like up by 10, then they're down by 5 as soon as Jokic goes out, like against OKC or something. The guy just can't rest. Yeah, you can't play them in a row. You have to space them out. And yeah, we're at the tier 1. It just makes it harder to keep track of the streaks and stuff too. It's so much more fun, like, okay, I'll just do this one team over and over until we win 30 in a row and see how long. and then we really lock in and get a rhythm and whatever, get used to it. It's probably to combat some cheese where everybody just ends up playing the same team all the time, but
Scanning the floor. To the left side wing. Back to Sharich. Over Drummond.
that was just such a deep. I hate that kind of release too, that you have to actually do the release, but I thought we were doing the timeout to get Jokic back in. But we're really trying to clown him like this. You know, some of those older teams are a double-edged sword that I like. Kind of like my Dwayne Wade effect that, oh, he can't shoot three, so you have to be more creative and do stuff inside. It's the same thing here. Like, you can't... you know, they can't shoot threes or can't shoot at all sometimes, so you have to make the most of it and really play to your strengths. Which, if a lot of these teams did exist in the modern era, a lot of these same players, like Shaq or somebody, they'd still be scoring inside and dominating. But you might lose. That's the thing. It's not that they couldn't be effective, but that might not win anymore because you get...
Here's Brown. To the inside. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Murray. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And they just feel like they recover too well. Like sometimes you feel open, but I can't be mad at that. But we need fucking, like, do this fast break shit, man. That's what he's got to be good at. Like he's such a versatile thing. Like he can shoot, he can sort of defend. You know, he's fast, athletic. It should be the all-around dream come true. Even if people think, oh, he can't pass or he doesn't pass, that's fine too. Because you don't have to, really. Just Michael Bucket Jr. You know, just pop it. You're efficient. All these perfect green releases to trigger me, but Jokic is going to fucking be asleep to halftime. I don't know what this coaching is.
That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Westbrook.
I can't believe he actually made that.
And it comes off an assist from
I cannot believe he made that.
Just another move in his bag of tricks. Westbrook isn't afraid to bust out the floater every now and then.
I keep overplaying a bit, but I don't know why we're doing this without Jokic. I don't get it. He better play the whole fucking second half here.
These clubs are looking evenly matched.
outside for Porter. Pass to Westbrook.
Takes like an hour for them to get that shit, man.
Back to Porter. To the left wing. Westbrook into the lane. Here's Sharich. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Sixers leading. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging.
Oh wait, he was open. He had that shit.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
What?
When you have an
Oh wow, what a choker.
prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers
I can't get those kind of fast break shots that I normally would do.
That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself.
Look at him push me fucking back like that.
I'm going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. That one doesn't drop. Oh, good D by Edwards.
Yeah, I don't know what this lineup is or why we're doing this. I don't know why.
To the paint. Back to Gordon. And it's Denver with a rebound. Murray inside. And the layup is good.
These layup animations somehow feel different today. They just kind of look a little smoother than I remember.
Anywhere on the court.
Yeah, this is the weirdest lineup ever, and I don't know what happened. Did Jokic get injured in this context? Like how they can get injured in MyTeam or some shit?
Over Murray. And the shot falls short that time.
I'm not even really jumping at them like with triangle. I'm just kind of doing the stick contest.
It's Denver leading by
Because I kind of believe in that on ball, just stay with them, it's good enough.
action in just a bit.
That's what you often do. Like when somebody does a fade or something, you're never really going to block it. So like just the fact that you're there means that they assume it's not going to, you know, your presence is enough. So you don't, a lot of the time they won't even jump. You won't even jump, but it's implied that you're there, so they fade and they cancel out what your jump would have done. It's like you kind of get the point. They respect your presence without you actually having to do anything. 47-45, but again, I don't trust the jump shots as much as I should, and thank God Westbrook is out of here. It's like such a bully kind of move. But no, it's a shame that some of the players just aren't in the game, like Barkley never was, or something like that. He's not very good at doing those me bounds that some players are better than others at recovering from that.
Gordon pulls it in. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Porter.
Yeah, I swear these layup animations just look different.
9 points in the game.
And nice read by Porter Jr. Surveys the floor and gets in the right spot to finish.
It's always these defenders that won't help when they can tell somebody's beat. Right, you'd have to change the setting for that, which I hate doing that. I'm doing a hard mode on top of the permadeath, which is just I can't do settings or coaching or whatever. But still within range for him, obviously, but he's trying to take a charge.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title.
Yeah, that's annoying because he even jumps at it, but they recover. Like Wemby was doing that. Good recovery. It's these very mobile, athletic type players that I like, where you know, there's certain builds that I just like. Go ahead, take that. Like, I'm not even mad with that. You have a center taking a fading little step back jump shot from mid-range, deep in mid-range, like, and he can do that, but like, come on. You know, what are you going to do with a shot like that? That's what I respect, regardless of any era sort of argument. When centers are shooting better than guards used to, right, I really can't argue with that.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. The rebound by Embiid.
Right, I had all these jokes to do with that. Joker saying, like, how about another brick Murray, or how about another championship Murray, or whatever would it be appropriate? Why did he come in? He would have been open for a three, but then he...
Clock at 6. Pass to Jokic. Embiid with a steal.
I'm kind of throwing.
Back to Oubre. Timeout. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Or yeah, Nick Nurse would trigger Sixers fans because he was there for Toronto when they... Sometimes you gain respect for a guy and like, oh, that's why they wanted him, because he helped beat them in the 2019 run. And Kawhi always gets some unfair treatment, and you know, from everybody. Where, oh, because of injuries, like how can, I can't really say anything negative about him or hold it against him. This is dangerous. This could be really bad.
Because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Jokic. Embiid with the nice defense.
So Embiid is just shutting him down. Even though we're getting him to jump and stuff, it just doesn't matter. Right? The fact that he jumps at it doesn't do anything. It just... Like, what is that? That is not even a good shot. His own teammate PG is going to be saying that's a bad shot. I don't have much confidence in some of these releases, but I have been getting some good open looks, so...
Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
Gordon outside. Jokic in the post. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
did more of an exaggerated move there, but it's insane that he's been shutting me down so much.
From 15 feet away.
Like, you really can't do anything with that. It's so fast that,
And here's Denver
right, just being in the window of it is enough, but
to the wing, right side.
I like those kind of just measuring if you're really going to do that, but it's such a slow release that I hate it. I love the way this is actually going. We're both kind of playing very strategically. Oh my god. That's so dumb, man. Nobody's there to help, and even if they are, it's not like Jokic is a really good defender. There's that cheese violation that we got like a million times. More so in my team, but yeah, the fast break stuff doesn't seem to be working as well as it usually does.
Seconds left in the third quarter of the game. For three, George. The shot, no good.
What?
Out of bounds.
What was that?
Philadelphia's ball.
He wasn't even looking at it, like.
What is going on right now?
Yeah, even the commentator doesn't. That was a funny delivery. What is going on right now? I don't get it either.
With 4 on the clock.
Oh, wow.
Drummond for 3.
Wasn't really an open look either, and Drummond's not a shooter.
All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the...
I made this a little closer than it really needs to be, but
We've reached the
feels like some of those Jokic should have made inside. Right, where Embiid's jumping at them and just recovering so easily. Like, it doesn't even matter that you jumped. And again, Wemby's the same way, where it's annoying. Like, I get him to bite, but it doesn't matter.
Here's McCain. Turn around, Jay.
Haven't been this disappointed by McCain since the 2008 election.
Pass to Brown. And it's Westbrook off the drive. Lays
Wow, that was pretty clean.
and the Nuggets lead by 2.
I'm good at those sort of delays or fakes or whatever. Just wait,
Westbrook is
right? Let them jump.
he is agile.
Here's McCain. Brown grabs the board. And here are the Nuggets. There's the
I'm
steal
doing that once too often here.
for 3. Gordon. Rebounded by Denver. Westbrook drives. No good with a
This is really what Westbrook would do too. He's forcing shots. He's turning it over. Sometimes it can work, but
They've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
the offensive rebound. Here's McCain. Just 5 to shoot.
he's putting a little bit too much faith in this McCain, dude.
And another
He's taken a lot of like just bad and tough shots.
Westbrook with the ball.
Why is Jokic not in the game in these kind of moments? Like, what are we saving him for?
No baskets allowed. Murray inside. Misses from short range.
I better call a timeout here, whether he scores or not, and get Jokic back in here.
Gordon outside. To take the lead.
That was such a bad animation.
Go either for Gordon.
Yeah, we may as well do it because
Completely dry.
I don't know why.
Sitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
The Nuggets want a timeout.
It's funny that sometimes the tone that some of these commentators say stuff in, like the way he said, the Nuggets want a timeout, like it's a big deal. I just want to bring fucking Jokic back. He should bring back, I'll even manually do it. Murray?
Both teams
No.
deciding to change it up. Time to
Wait.
hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to
Okay, it did it anyway, but
Be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Murray.
that's wide open. This is why all these players deserve to get traded. Like, what is this shit? Even though I should hit the release. That's so ridiculous. Like, how easily they get beat, but also how there's no help.
Continuing to work, no give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
Out to Gordon. Outside Murray. Back to Gordon. And Gordon with the big step.
It's very tight though. I mean, my whole career playthrough is teetering on the brink here, and I'm not taking it seriously enough. We've turned it over a little bit too much. But he's gonna beat me off the dribble, and then I'm not gonna have no help. So you already know that's gonna happen.
To Gordon. Pass to Maxey.
He'll sometimes just take some very bad shots.
From 13. Yabusele controls the rebound.
Wow. I'm just amazed he stayed in this so well though. I can't do anything.
Great activity.
And here's
No, keep
Jokic.
going.
Outside for Porter. No one near it.
We're getting some of these excellent releases, but that was only a 2. The KD issue of toe on the line. But no, this is one of the better jump shooting performances I've ever had because I missed some of the releases a little bit. Wow. And even though I've missed the releases a little bit, they're still making them. Of course, I only take them when they're wide open anyway, no matter what. But I feel like Gordon's not that good of a three-point shooter, but he will make them still sometimes.
Pass to Murray. Here's Jokic.
Not even Embiid in. Like, why isn't Embiid in at this stage in the game? You can never make those if it's contested. Like, sometimes players do make shots like that. I mean,
A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter here. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Oh, man, that's definitely one he liked back. Almost too wide open.
Outside for Porter. Back to Jokic.
look how slow that animation was. Like, he took like an hour to do that. It can sometimes be to your advantage, but that's kind of what his style of play is. It's like slow and under control and unconventional. It's like where the normal wouldn't work. Yeah, there's no rim protection. I mean, you can't even do it, but I love the fact that the coaches are both sabotaging each other here because it's like,
Back to Porter. Pass to Jokic.
you know, it's like Embiid wasn't in, Jokic wasn't in. I don't know what they're doing.
Here's Brown. Back to Porter. Ooh, he took a hard
What a foul baiting degenerate kind of move. That should have almost been a 3-second call. Oh, come on, man. And that one almost doesn't even matter because now if he scores, I'm screwed anyway.
And hey, he did just enough to
I doubt he'll run it down all the way, so I should still get another chance.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
And again, I'm not even saying Jokic is a great defender, but
Oh, off target.
what?
does what he has to do to avoid the block, but hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
Oubre.
Wow. Wow, dude. If it ends like this, I can accept it, but
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask
comes down to a missed free throw and just the fact that like defense is very accurate in this game to real life where it just doesn't exist anymore. But I'd have to change that setting in some other universe, like where the bigs actually help or actually stay in the paint, which they just never do anymore, which is somewhat accurate too because they're worried about stretches and stuff, but that's not really the issue here. Not that Embiid can't shoot, but no, I like how Jokic was out for big stretches for no reason. I can understand a little bit of rest, but even Embiid wasn't there for the end of the, you know, significant part of the ending here. He'll be in now even.
Here's Jokic.
Wow. I almost thought that might not have counted. That was amazing. See, we're just doing that off instinct. We don't really know, you know, we're not really running a specific play. It's just like that's what happened. I was trying to get it to him. He was in motion. That's like a high IQ stat that he has. Like that's so... That is... See, this is the kind of memorable thing that you get on the street. If I lost that one, not only is this team gone and this tier gone and this whole series gone, right, until 2K26. Like that would have been it. And now after we win 30 in a row with the Nuggets, we'll look back and be like, wow, we won that. But no, defensively, I'm not too happy about. And I like all these years of him toiling in obscurity in Denver that they, you know, you act like, oh, he just suddenly came on the scene and he's so good and he's the MVP. No, even Giannis was like this. You know, he averaged like 7 points one year. There's a certain development period that people don't appreciate. Right, you act like guys are just immediately good right away. Even Kobe averaged 7 points and he was the 6th man of the year. So I'm happy with the jump shots in that game, actually, because I had a couple mid-range, couple good perfect releases. I somehow trust their jump shooting more than most teams. Now that one we can't do again, though. But that was very memorable. Like, maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I imagined it, that we won like that. Like, what a, you know, you got to realize if you go on like a 10-game win streak, it's like without that one crazy comeback where you came back 15 in the 4th quarter, or without that one where you hit the game winner there, you wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like, yes, you could have won 30 in a row, but one of those, number 15, you know, that would have ended the run. That would have ended the run if not for, right, that crazy moment. So it doesn't tell the whole story, just as how many you won in a row. Oh, this one game you were down by 10 and you had to make a comeback. This one game you had to hit the game winner. This one game, you know, you were down the whole time and it was a struggle. So it was, just because you won that many in a row doesn't mean that it was easy or that every game was one-sided. Yeah, Boston and Houston here. Of course, Houston got KD now. You don't get to see that until the next version, I guess. They don't update these things actively, which is fine, I guess. You get like one last swan song for some of these teams. And the thing is that, oh yeah, when we're on a win streak too, we want to change the jersey every next game. So like, if we go back and play as the Celtics or somebody else again, then I'll do the second jersey because it's, you know. And so every one we keep doing the next one. We get some variety. So as the win streak goes on, you know, we'll go through all the jerseys potentially. We have to win 8 more to actually do this, which is kind of crazy. And I hate these usernames that are like, you know, TTV or whatever, that are like,
Tip-off goes to the Celtics.
You know, just
Outside Tatum. Down low. Here's Porzingis.
like advertising their channel and show like that. You can say the same true for mine, but it's not really. It just happens to be my username screen name, but it's not actually.
Among the best in the NBA for a few years now. Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players.
We got him jumping a lot, which again, when the taller you are, the less you have to actually do that.
Is mentally, they get mentally stronger as
That's like a default, you know, just bonus that you get in these kind of games. Like, oh, offensive rebounding, you know, you'll win just on passive stuff like that you don't even have an impact on.
Defended by Thompson. Holiday with the ball. Over Brooks.
Jaylen Brown, one of my favorite players. Devin Booker and Brown, I always say. I made a good prediction with that too. With how
Green in the post. Here's Şengün. Şengün, throw it down.
He's just an
I'm making him look better than like our best. You know, so oftentimes my bigs are my best performers. Like,
Outside White. Pass to Tatum. And the call will be against Jason Tatum.
no, I wasn't actually trying to take a charge. I'm just in front of him, but I honestly didn't hit anything to do that. A lot of things just happen on their own passively, but yeah, like if you have offensive rebounding, if you have certain intangible things that happen on their own, you're winning from some of the base statistics there alone. This guy is good, but I thought he was a better three-point shooter than this would show. I like how I'm hitting some of these that are not perfect releases. This is such a beautifully balanced team too. I love what the Rockets had, but I can't blame you for getting KD in here. You know, it's a good way to try to put yourself over the edge. And
Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Back to Van Vliet. To the wing on the left.
I felt like he had some slithered room to go through there.
To get in position, his length is unbelievable.
Richard, how about that memorable rocket
I don't like this height
early in
matchup here already, but
11 straight lands there. That's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
clock is at 3. Here's Tatum.
no way he should be able to get to the rim that quickly. I feel like some of the movement is always weird that way.
Şengün in the post. Over Holiday. And Şengün gets it to go.
That's my favorite kind of thing. But no, like I said, for me, often my center or my big is my best player. I feature them like, again, the old school Celtics. It'll be Kevin McHale is my best player, not Larry Bird. Or it'll be, you know, Porzingis on the Celtics would be my best performer. Or even here, Şengün, even though I don't even like him that much or whatever. He seems kind of small somehow, but maybe it's just compared to Porzingis here, but
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
what?
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Outside Tatum.
Holiday is one of those weird positional players who always seems to have a size advantage.
Takes the 3. Bearing his
Oh, wow.
attempts.
That is like a real life, just contested Tatum type shot that he takes sometimes too many that drives even Celtics fans crazy.
Thompson with it. Guarded now by Holiday.
If you can hit stuff like that, you're unbeatable. Because you'll get those anytime, like the Karl Malone type shit.
It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics,
Oh, God.
players like him, pretty much any
He should keep going to that, though. This matchup is a nightmare. Porzingis is unguardable.
Pass to Holiday. On the wing, Tatum.
Him and Wemby are just a nightmare.
Tatum slams it.
Wow.
reminding the defense like, yo, you cannot stop him.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. We might see him.
He has like a weird style of play, like where he doesn't seem as impressive as he actually is sometimes, or he's just inconsistent. Like the way that they lost this year and the way that they lost to the Heat the one year
Rockets trail.
are both very underwhelming, where you have to question that.
High post Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got 5.
Gave up this for KD, which is, again, I can't blame you, but that's like a win now type move.
Pass to Pritchard.
This guy can hit deep threes and fucking half court shots and shit.
Right side Brown. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Green. And it's Houston's ball. Back to Whitmore. Now Adams.
Even Adams, who was a big part of the reason why they were up 3-1 on the Warriors in 2016, that he was playing like an all-star if you actually watch those first 4 games. And I always consider that such a good comeback too, because it's not one of those that feels rigged, because they shoot so few free throws and they try to
And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Here's Easton.
I don't know what kind of crazy Dr. J move he was trying to do, but sometimes these animations will just take over. But no, there's like the law of the passives. Like, if you have a better team, you'll win just because, even if you're not playing it well, right? Oh, you'll get more offensive rebounds that you can't control, but just because the stats are higher, or you'll get other things just because your stats are higher, even if you're doing the same thing as your opponent or worse than your opponent.
that they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
To the paint.
Is that little second delay is all it takes, because they're their own worst enemy. Let your opponent beat yourself
And as long as
is my philosophy.
I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets lead by 3. Since being drafted in 2021.
Is that J.R. Smith Jr. or somebody else? I think it is.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11".
I like how that play is sort of unfair to J.R. there too, where he makes that mess up in the Warriors in the finals, because like he gets the offensive rebound in the first place, so it's like,
Pass to Easton. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second.
Yeah, see, like that had nothing to do with me. I wasn't running a play for him, or I wasn't doing anything. He was just there.
Celtics trail by 5.
Like, he gets the offensive rebound, and then he messes it up, but he's the one who got it. So, I mean, it wouldn't have been... These screens are so hard to deal with.
And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Sometimes they keep these bench units in too long, though.
Driving hard, not just settling for jumpers.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach
Damn.
and reiterated by Jalen
Usually they'll bite on showing that.
the game, realizing fast but playing slow.
Oh, God, I hate that.
A smarter team as well.
You may as well get the starters back in. I don't know why they keep these bench players in so long.
Certainly have been, Allie.
Especially before halftime. I would always just say tough out the second quarter. Play the full first half, because you get to rest at halftime for so long. Like,
Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Şengün. And he was
oh, that should have been an and one. I kind of went the wrong way. I was trying to spin, but the other way.
RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason.
I like this guy a lot, but see, I always make the big shot. I am kind of old school that way. I like to go in the paint. Even if I was more confident with the releases and stuff, I still go inside out. Like, I want to establish a presence inside early and then use that to get open jump shots. I don't really trust them otherwise, but
Back to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. 16 feet out. Rebound.
he likes that mid-range. I have to respect that. Not too many people do that.
Smith left side. Van Vliet right side.
How the hell did you get that back?
Second chance effort. And there's
I was hitting it, but he was just stuck in an animation.
the shot off in time. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this.
Oh, he's living off that mid-range. I like this guy. He's very unique. Nobody plays like this.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Thompson right side. He's now
What is that even? What even is that move? And that's the one where you almost get the out-of-bounds violation. That is such a weird... I'm doing all these weird animations.
Pritchard.
I feel like the layups are totally different than I'm used to.
Tatum.
Oh, God, we lost him.
No one near him.
I don't know why they're doubling like that. I didn't mean to... They, like, kind of... I switch, but then they don't switch back. They just stay...
Such a motivated performance by him.
A minute 31 left to the half. Decent.
That's one of those you just gotta pop it. I don't even know who that guy is. I don't know if he can actually shoot.
To the game on the deep ball.
Can he shoot? Yes, he can shoot. The Alvarado moment. We're getting GT Alvarado before GTA 6.
Here. Celtics trail by 3.
And see, this size mismatch is itself so bad.
And here's White.
That's the main thing Horford will even do is shoot threes. He's not really going to score inside.
It's Brown on the wing.
I feel like they don't have the greatest perimeter defenders, but
Point land. That shot off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Thompson.
he's so fast that way. It doesn't feel like he should be able to do that, but
In the rim and giving his team some energy.
yeah, he should try to take advantage of the size mismatch here. That's the cheese violation that we always get.
And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it.
There's no invisible wall like around protecting you from the
48
thing
seconds
anymore.
play in the first half. Brooks outside. Knocked away. Now Thompson. 5 on the clock. And a nice finish.
I mean, all these weird ass fucking moves.
7-point Houston lead.
That one backwards layup was ridiculous.
Sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside, Green. Thompson in the post. The kick out to Van Vliet. And here is Thompson. No good on the
Damn.
buzzer beater. And that'll
See, I kind of go with the flow sometimes. Whoever starts hitting, I reward them. Sengun, obviously, at the beginning. You know, that's a good premise. Like you say, who should you start with in a basketball game, like trying to score with, if you're a coach or something, regardless even of who your best player is, assuming they're all good or a couple of them are good. Would you choose a big or a guard? I would say always start with the big. Why? Because they have a size advantage. They're bigger. They're stronger than everybody else, right? That's an advantage that you have. There's no advantage in, oh, this guy's just fast or can shoot. But you can do that anytime. Right? The inherent advantage is like, oh, like Shaq is big and strong, so he's going to do that.
shoots over Thompson. Tatum can't hit.
Right? Shaq is big and strong, so you go to that first because you have an inherent advantage, and then go with everything else.
9. And it's Green.
How do you... I hate the misses when they jump at it.
Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all
The mean mismatch for Porzingis, but he's not taking advantage of it.
Here's Tatum.
And yeah, where he should have almost... I think we've gotten 2 rebounds over Porzingis that we had no business getting.
Guarded by White. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. The kick out to Van Vliet.
Look how well they recover. I hate that about these. You can't recover that fast. Like somebody switched, sure, but like that's such a good recovery. That's stupid as hell. This is a mismatch as well.
Lets it go from the wing. And he buries that one.
I was more worried about Porzingis there, but
Tatum's got 15 points.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Thompson.
okay, I can accept that from the unicorn there.
By Porzingis. And here's Brown for 3. No luck on
He's
that.
falling down. Animation.
By 7. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Shot on the wing.
But yeah, both those two are so fast at getting to the rim. Jalen Green and Amen Thompson. Although Thompson may be more on the break than just in general.
2.5 minutes into this third quarter now.
I don't let him get any momentum here.
Pass to Tatum. From behind the arc.
Just these standstill jack-up shots, which, don't get me wrong, are a real thing, but
test to bother him.
And out of bounds.
I love that, man. I'm doing a fixed animation.
Straight drafts high in the lottery.
Maybe that's a way to try to counter some fast break cheese, but it really just feels unnatural.
Some vets in the summer of 23.
Wow. Now, Tatum is a problem here, though.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well,
Like, for me, it would be Porzingis first because of the philosophy I just talked about, then Brown because I just like him better and he is better,
back up.
and
Sometimes
then
when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
that sound was kind of weird when he sounded like you just knocked him the fuck down.
And Houston has possession. Şengün in the post. Back to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Şengün. And they force the shot clock.
Second time we got stuck in the animation, but it's not like I was going anywhere with it anyway. I gotta get a stop and do something like on the break here more.
Celtics trail by 5. Now here's Tatum.
Tatum is cooking there.
Love to watch him battle on the defensive glass.
Here's Easton.
He took like an hour. That's like a Jokic move, but the little spin, post up, and fake.
Already an intelligent playmaker.
Oh my
Thompson
God.
moves the ball well for a rookie.
Pritchard gets
Wow. He's making very rhythmic plays though too. Like I see, I'm not going with any agenda or any play in mind, but
left side Green.
that dribble move's not really working.
In the third quarter. Van Vliet with it. Picked up by Tatum. Out of bounds. It'll go
Every time with that shit. I feel like their bench isn't all that good, but
1:04 left in the third quarter. Pass to Hauser. Back to
some of
Brown.
these players can mainly only just shoot threes, although I just let Pritchard get a layup.
Here's Brown on the drive.
What?
Lays it up and banks it in. 5 points in the game.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play. Brown can really do it all.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Even though I'm trash talking the bench, he's had a couple good plays.
Exclamation.
He's kind of barely staying alive. I had some cushion and then I messed it up.
34 seconds left in the third. Here's Horford.
Now, Horford, I don't really believe is going to be too capable of doing shit like that, but
Rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
there's the fast break cheese again. Okay, this should be the last shot clock, or I'll get one more chance because he'll
Back to Brown.
jack it up.
Out left to the wing. Screen by Horford. Oh,
Wow. They're giving Horford a little bit too much credit, with all due respect.
Right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
here's Easton. 1 second left.
Oh, I like that little step through.
The lay-in. Easton's got 6.
Just forcing it in the post is always my thing.
Selling the defense on the pump fake.
But you would think, it makes me too predictable, so people really are big into settings and stuff, or even just adjust. But I guess they assume I could hit the jump shots that maybe I won't, but or that I'm not even confident to take. But I do feel like there's always been that problem where sometimes they recover way too easily. Somebody will be open for three, but then they're not. They recover way too fast.
Smith with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Şengün.
Yeah, let's cook on it, Horford, a little bit here.
Count that one.
We delayed maybe a bit too long, but
6 of 9 tonight.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Outside Tatum. Here's Craig.
why are you doubling? Why are you doubling? You don't need to do that.
To the left wing. Pass to Pritchard. Clock at 6. Down low. And it's
I felt like I got a piece of it, but
the shot clock. Craig's got his first basket.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear where they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Back to Whitmore. Şengün with it. Horford covering. Smith outside. To the paint. Here's Easton. Boston with
it would have been a bailout shot clock cheese type thing.
half of basketball.
But
Pass to Craig. Back to Tatum. Outside Craig. Here's the three. Smith with
ooh, he's kind of bailing me out with some of these.
Nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have tried to do that.
Celtics on the run. Here's Tatum. Here's Pritchard. And there's the lob. Oh, what
Yeah, that's an appropriate time for a timeout. The fact that they're treating Horford like he's a little bit too good right now.
Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So both teams making some changes here.
I remember that one version where they would show those little kid dancers the whole time, every halftime and break and shit. Like they kept overusing the same ones.
Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
That's good. Derek White, everybody loves to call the most underrated player, but
The game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's just to stand still. I'm right there, like.
Ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments. That's a miss you can live with. He did what he could to get something close to the basket.
Pass to Porzingis.
Hey, he should be using Porzingis more. See, we've made him fall in love with. I mean, he's using him mostly as a screener, but. I mean, this is again going to come down to the same shit as last game.
He just explodes off the screens. Very good in pick and roll.
And Thompson gets it to go.
He's done a couple good layup adjustments when he can't dunk.
Shot, but that's the right choice.
Oh, get a 5-second call. That almost was.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Celtics.
Oh, he's going to get mad and try to do a fast break cheese, too.
Points. Tatum with a screen. Inside. Rockets with a rebound.
All right, we can slow it down, slow it down.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Şengün.
All right, we started with who carried us the whole way, but that was not the best shot.
It's Brown on the wing.
Oh, he's getting tired now, too.
Porzingis sets a screen.
Dylan Brooks, the menace over here.
Back to Holiday.
Oh, no.
The wing, Tatum. A chance
He
there
went
to
for
take
the
lead.
steal there, but it didn't hurt us.
Thompson in the post. Outside, Green. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
And Van Fleet hasn't even scored at all.
6 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Şengün. Money.
Nice. He still has time, technically, but it's going to be very difficult, and he should maybe shoot a 3.
And here's Brown for 3. Porzingis sets the screen. To the left wing. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks.
I don't even care about the shot clock. It's just like
Foul of the game.
he would have to do something miraculous here. Although I don't like how close some of these have been. Like last game we needed a game winner. I'm kind of letting it
Second difference
foot off the gas and on defense a lot.
3. The kick out to White. Back to Porzingis.
You can score the 2. Like I don't even care, but he can't even do it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Good on the first.
I don't know why the free throws are so hard to get the perfect release too. It's not like you're on a time constraint, but
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Outside Tatum. The 3. No good. And so the
all right, that was pretty good as well. I don't like how close these are, but this is what the win streak will be made of. So he didn't shoot the best percentage, but I have to give it to him. He used Tatum pretty well. Horford definitely surprised the shit out of me. Feels like nobody really shoots that many threes is what you'd expect with the modern era, or makes that many even. So he was very impressive. Like I said, I always make the bigs very good. 87, 87, 86, very balanced. I don't actually know who this guy is really. So 13 out of 13 out of 20, which is still annoying. I mean, or again, even for win streaks, you should give me that. So who would even be next? But no, we can continue this. I mean, as long as it goes. Again, either I lose or I win 7 in a row ultimately. Based on the last couple, it wouldn't be very encouraging because you feel like, you know, those were a little bit too close for comfort, especially the first one. This one felt kind of under my control, but I didn't. 2 for 3. See, that's the difference right there. We were 2 for 3 with threes, but we only took 3. He was 4 for 13, so it's like, you know, that's so many shots wasted. 22 for 36. 36 points in the paint. Like, at some point,